Yo, what is up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Jesse Parker. How you doing, Jesse?
I'm good. How are you doing, Andrew?
I'm chilling, man. Ready to play some Pokemon cards.
Yes. Trying out some new cards from the Pokemon GO set coming out this weekend. So very exciting stuff. A nice little mini set we're getting, not a full-fledged set, but there's definitely some cards I think could be competitive for sure.
Definitely. What, Pokemon GO came out like 6 years ago? I think I just saw somebody in the
Yeah.
chat say. That's pretty nuts.
That's crazy. 6 years ago, man?
Dang,
Wow.
man. Yeah, there's whole kids that were born when Pokemon GO came out, and they can, like, ride bikes. That's crazy.
It's crazy to
Nuts.
think about.
Yeah. Time sure does fly when you're
Now
playing Pokemon
we're
cards. But
Playing
yes.
a competitive set being made, or a an official trading card game set. It's kind of funny because the Pokemon Go set, that was like one of the biggest I guess you could say like scam things you would find in like Walmart, or like what I mean, like the fake
set.
like Pokemon
Yeah.
Go, like moms would be like, oh, Pokemon Go, like that's like a real, like there's
Yes.
the correlation between the difference between the trading card game and the game on your phone. It's like that was always the biggest thing. People were like, Pokemon Go, like when you would see that, you're like, oh, that's not a real set. But now there actually is a real Pokemon Go set.
Yes.
So that's like very confusing, I think, for some people who aren't into it.
It was definitely one of the favorite knockoff sets from that you might see in like flea markets and things like that.
Oh yeah.
Super
And
funny.
it's just funny that now it's like a real set. So like it's just a funny thing to see that. But yeah.
So we got a few new Pokemon Go decks to show off. I have got a brand new archetype, the Mewtwo VSTAR deck, and I'm pretty interested to see, what this thing can do. It plays the Lunatone and Soul Rock. The Soul Rock has an ability, and I am going to be doing a little bit of peeking over to our scans during the production today, so that I can see what some of the abilities
Accurately figure out what they do.
Names are and things like that, or what to call them, as there aren't all of the English scans yet. And because of that, I had a couple of, I had a decision to make this morning. I was like, I could either go through the effort of trying to like manually upload all of like, translations to my overlay. But I think what we decided we were going to do is we're going to film just the tabletop today. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be explaining everything that we do as we do it, and trying to make it as easy to follow as possible. If you'd like to follow along with scans and translations today, I'm not going to be doing the live production that I usually do with the scans, and you could just go to pokebeach.com to follow along. And the reason that we're doing this, if you have ever watched the most recent Team Rocket, the 2006 video that Chip and I did, I would like to edit some of these games today, like Chip edited the 2006 video for us on Tricky Jim. So
a little bit shorter, easier to consume, easier to see what's going on than necessarily like you have some turns when we're playing like the our full games that just take a while, and it's a lot more you're trying to make it a lot more focused, and
Yeah, I'd really like these to be easily digestible YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So the stream today will be a little bit bare bones. It's just going to be the tabletop gameplay that you guys are experiencing, and Jesse and I are going to do our best to explain all the game actions that we're doing as we're doing it. And then today we're going to do that for the stream, and then hopefully get the video chopped up real nice, just like that 2006 video, and make it a really awesome YouTube kind of exclusive experience. So that is the goal for today. So it's going to be a little bit of a different production. So thank you guys for bearing with us while we do that. It should be pretty easy to follow along, though. There's only a few new cards.
Isn't a ton of new cards, It's just like, a new Pokemon here, one new trainer there. So pretty shouldn't be too hard to once you figure out what one of the new Pokemon does, you shouldn't need to be going to look that up. And obviously you can kind of tell what's happening as we're playing out the games as to what the Pokemon are doing. So
yes, and there might be some situations where it's like, all right, Jesse, could you do that game action one more time, because it's going to be, we're filming for YouTube, right? Like that's kind of the production. But with anything that I do here on the channel, I pretty much always say, why not do it live? Because Yeah, it's more fun life, and it's just like whatever, dude. You guys get to see the process, get to be behind the, you know, kind of get to be behind the scenes, right? While we produce the contents that we're doing. So I've got the Mewtwo deck, and I've got the Magikarp deck.
Oh boy,
is it a Magikarp deck? Is it a Ditto deck? Is it a Gyarados deck? It's got all three of them in it, so I'm definitely excited about that, and looking forward to seeing how this deck can keep up. The idea of the deck is to put as many of your Magikarp and Gyarados into the discard pile as possible, and then use Magikarp's Raging Fin attack, which does 10 damage plus 30 more damage for each Magikarp and Gyarados in your discard pile. So it plays a couple of
Magikarp
Hisuian
and Gyarados in your discard pile.
So you can have 8. So 8 times 3.
That sounds a little better.
Okay. 24 plus 10, 25 plus Choice Belt.
So you're never like attacking with the Gyarados. The Gyarados is just there to power up the Magikarp.
Yes.
Okay.
And the Magikarp, you could attack with the Magikarp. You only got 30 hit points, but you definitely can attack with it. And then the Ditto.
What does the Gyarados first attack do? Is that relevant?
Flip a coin until you get tails for each heads. Discard the top 2 cards.
So that's
of your
not relevant.
Deck. You will literally
so you're never going to do that. Okay.
You will never,
cool.
ever attack with the Gyarados.
Okay, cool.
No.
Got it.
The goal is to get it into the discard pile. And then I'm playing the Cinccino engine in this deck so that you can use the Make Do ability to discard Gyarados pieces, playing Radiant Lucha so that you can theoretically hit that, 310 mark to knock out, VMAX. I guess if you're doing 280 plus 30, yeah, theoretically, you could hit 310.
Sure.
It's possible.
Makes it easier to 2-shot VMAXs too. You don't need as much things in the discard pile to get up to that like 160, 170 to like 2-shot of VMAX. So
exactly.
There's still Ice Riders and Mews out there, so never a bad thing to do extra damage to them. But I guess I'll show what deck I have here. When I first saw the Pokemon Go set, the card that stood out to me was the Pokestop Stadium card. It's I think a pretty powerful new Stadium card. It's pretty destructive Stadium card too. It reads, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If any of those cards were item cards, put them into your hand. So it definitely seems like it favors the turbo style deck. So kind of like I have the Dialga turbo deck here built, but I'm sure you could play it with like the Palkia. I mean, it gets your water energies in the discard pile, which is never a bad thing for Palkia. I'm sure there's a lot of different ways you could use it. Maybe in Mew. I don't know if I really want to play it in Mew per se. That seems like a little. I don't want to be discarding like my Mew VMAXs or supporters.
Or your special energy.
Or your special energy. So that seems a little too risky for that deck. Maybe like as a one of maybe. But yeah, in this deck it works out perfect because the whole list. I mean, like 40 of the cards are like item cards, like 35 to 40 cards. So like you're gonna, and then getting metal in the discard pile is never that bad of a thing because it powers up your metal saucers, so that's not a bad thing. And the other thing is, if you do happen to get like a boss or a supporter in the discard pile, I put in the pal pad, so you have a way of getting that back. I didn't put an ordinary rod in, so the only thing I wouldn't want to discard. Well, the thing is, with this deck, all you really usually, I mean, the deck's built so like you just get out that one Dialga really, really quickly, and so you really only need like one VSTAR in like the whole game because then you can finish the game with your Zacian. So assuming you actually like can, you don't discard like, prize one of your V-Stars and, you have to weigh from the testing hands I've been playing with it. It feels pretty strong. So I'm going to figure out how good it is today. I'm just playing a full 4 count just to see how it feels. But other than that, it's a pretty standard Turbo Dialga deck. So that's what I have built today.
Cool. Yep. Well, I look forward to throwing my Mewtwo V-Star deck against it.
Let's do it.
I think that the Mewtwo V-Star deck is definitely poggers. I'm not saying that it's tier 1. I'm not saying that it's going to beat, the Palkia deck because Palkia is
not a whole lot of decks can beat that deck consistently.
Palkia is
very
broken.
Good deck. It is very broken.
But the Mewtwo deck is definitely poggers.
Oh, yes.
I can promise that. It is going to pop off and we're going to do a lot of damage. It plays
and the V-Star power does what, like 120 to all Pokemon so it's almost like a cleanup attack. It can be, which is kind of cool. Reminds me of Black Ray GX, Necrozma GX, Black Ray GX. Did 100 to all GXs.
I gotta read the Mewtwo's attacks now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know what they do.
It kind of reminds me of Reshiram and Zekrom tag team that like did damage. You discard energies. What does it do again? Mewtwo VSTAR attack?
Mewtwo VSTAR, it is like Reshiram and Zekrom.
Okay, so
Tag
it's
Team
90
DX.
times each energy you discard,
Yes.
and you can only do 3. So Mac caps out at 270 with Choice Belt 300. Okay, cool,
With
cool, cool.
Zigzagoon.
Zigzagoon, sure,
310. I got a Zigzagoon in here.
That makes sense.
And so the idea is I'm playing 4 scoop up nets, right? And you can reuse Solrock's solar energy ability if you scoop up net it. So that's the thought with this deck. Solrock's solar energy ability reads, once during your turn, you can attach a psychic energy from your discard pile to one of your Lunatone. So then you can use scoop up net, pick it up, put it back down, do it again, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
then in that way, you can...
And you have the Radiant Greninja to get your energies in the discard pile. So
right.
Yeah, it seems...
So there's definitely a cohesive strategy here. It is, going to be interesting to see if the deck works. I've got energy switches in the deck, so you can.
I mean, I like that the energy acceleration is on basic Pokemon, so you can just kind of like whip them out, boom, start accelerating energy. Whereas like an ability like that usually is on stage 1, like Dynamotor. That's something you have to evolve into turn 2. So, yeah, seems pretty crazy.
Yeah, why not Shadow Rider? Because Shadow Rider's bad.
Shadow Rider, I don't know. In this economy?
Nah, Shadow Rider's bad. Too much of a liability. And
it's a 3-price Pokemon.
It only accelerates 1 energy into play per turn, where Lunatone can do multiple because you do Scoop Up Net and you can just do it over and over again. So, also...
Natural answer to Miltank, too. You can attack with a Lunatone.
I would make the argument that... Also, the Lunatone and Solrock are new, okay? So I'm showing them off.
Yeah, come on.
Whatever, all right? For the content.
Shadow Rider.
For the content, bro. For the content, brother.
Gotta be thinking about the content.
Baby Galarian Articuno. I had Baby Galarian
bad,
Articuno in the list originally, but decided that actually the Solrock and the Lunatone are just the best ones. Because you discard energy.
You just get them right back.
Yeah, you discard the energy with the attack. So they just bring it back. I mean, it's like literally it's like a basic Malamar, you know?
With Galarian Articuno, you'd have to like play like energy retrievals or like training courts maybe to get your energy back. It's this having the self-sufficiency of the Solrock and Lunatone. Seems like it would be better in general. More consistent attacks. You need to be streaming attacks.
I'm telling you, the deck's going to be poggers. It's going to pop off. We're going to be doing like...
Talking about poggers, this deck's going to be... I only got 5 supporters in this deck.
Man, bro, let's go. Yeah, I only got...
3 Boss, 2 Avery. That's all you need, bro.
What else do you need? For sure.
I cut the Marnies. Who needs them?
The Latias and Latios are explicitly worse than these guys. Because think about this, okay? Latias and Latios, you can only use once per turn, right? And they have to come from hand.
What those cards
they
do.
accelerate Psychic from hand. So then you accelerate Psychic.
From hand. Okay.
You accelerate Psychic from hand, but then you can't use Scoop Up Net to do it again because you'll discard the energy that you put on. So with Scoop Up Net, which already works with Radiant Greninja, allowing you to Radiant Greninja twice, you can also have a turn where you go Scoop Up Net the Solrock and Solar Energy twice in the same turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it just works better. I'm telling you.
Out of the discard is just in generally better.
And out of the discard pile is much better because
from hand.
You are going to be discarding all your energy every turn. So you want a Pokemon that brings the energy back from the discard pile. Right? All right. Let's bet. Play some bets. What do you guys think?
This is going to be a hard bet, for sure.
Okay.
Turbo Dialga or Mewtwo VSTAR?
Yeah.
I was solitaring this deck yesterday, and it definitely I definitely drew a lot of cards in my first turn. It's definitely a it's a turbo. It's even more turbo than Turbo Dialga was before. So it's definitely going to be a fun deck. My turns could last a while, but that's just this format.
Cool. Let's see. I got nice. The hand cam set up. Everything feels good. Ready to go. Guys ready? You psyched? You pumped? Want to see how the Pokestop does? Definitely interested to see that.
I'm excited.
I'll probably be using your Pokestop as well. I'm playing.
Oh yeah, you could use it too. Yeah,
I'm playing Training Court, which makes sense. You're gonna be discarding a lot of energy, but
see, that's the best thing about Pokestop. You bait your opponent into using it, and then they discard key resources.
There you go.
Boom.
Right. They weren't ready for it.
definitely a hype stadium for sure.
All right.
All right, I will call good old heads. You know, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to call tails this time.
Tails.
Yeah, I'm going to call tails. I'm going to say tails.
Okay.
All right. Dang
Heads
it.
it is.
Oh, my goodness.
I will choose to go first.
All right.
All right. Good luck, Jesse.
You too. I have no basic Pokemon.
All right. You got a mulligan, so I'll get an extra card. Cool.
Got a lot of really good starters in this deck. I got the 4 Celebrations Mew. Those are the best stars for sure. It's not the Diancie version of the deck. It's just like a more turboed out version of the deck. You could maybe play a couple Diancies in here. Would be a good for going second, but
I'm really excited about the engine in this list. This list plays a very turbo engine with Trekking Shoes and also Radiant Greninja, Crobat V, and Battle VIP Pass.
ooh, I got some of those in my deck as well.
All right, I'll take my 1 mulligan.
Sure.
And
good
good luck.
Yep.
I'll draw for turn. And I've got a pretty good opening hand. As we can see, I have plenty of Pokemon. Well, let's see. I've got a pretty good looking opening hand here with a Quick Ball and a Lunatone and a Trekking Shoes. I'm going to kick things off with Trekking Shoes. Trekking Shoes allows me to look at the top card of my deck. I can either put it into my hand or discard it and draw the next card. I think I'm going to keep it. It is a Mewtwo V, so I'll put that straight onto my bench. And then I'm going to bench Lunatone, and I would like to dig a little deeper into my deck. So I think I'm going to play this Quick Ball, and I'm going to discard a Psychic Energy and take a look through my deck. Off of this Quick Ball, I would like to get Crobat V. Crobat V can allow me to draw some more cards on the first turn in the game, even though I can't play a supporter, so that's definitely the card I'm going to search out. And then, let's see here. Before I use dark assets, I want to thin my hand down a little bit more, so I'm going to attach Psychic Energy to my active Mewtwo V. I'm going to attach Choice Belt to my active Mewtwo V, and then I'm going to use Scoop Up Net just to reset the Lunatone, so that I can use Dark Asset to draw 5 cards. Off of the Dark Asset, we got 2 more copies of Trekking Shoes, so we'll use those to dig a little bit further. Trekking Shoes reveals a Quick Ball. I definitely want that, so we're going to put that into my hand. And then Trekking Shoes again.
He's running.
Reveals a boss's orders. I think that I could potentially use that next turn to chase down a valuable Pokemon V. So I'm going to put that into my hand also. Now, I'm thinking about using this Quick Ball. So I'm going to Quick Ball away the Energy Search. And we're either looking for Lunatone, Soul Rock. Excuse me, not Lunatone.
Yes.
Soul Rock or Radiant Greninja. I think that the Radiant Greninja is prized right now. So it's going to be a Soul Rock situation. Definitely going to grab that. And let's see. I'm going to put the Soul Rock onto my bench. And then I can use Soul Rock's Solar Energy ability to
Nice.
charge a Psychic Energy from... Excuse me. I can use Solrock's Solar Energy ability, which allows me to charge a Psychic Energy from my discard pile to a Lunatone I have in play. So I can
Nice.
accelerate that energy over there. And then I'm in a pretty good position for next turn, so I'm just going to pass it over to Jesse.
All right, I'll draw for turn. I'm going to immediately play down my Pokestop Stadium. I'm probably going to be using that here momentarily. I want to get some energy in the discard pile here. So I think I am just going to go ahead and use it right now. I'm going to use that to discard the top 3 cards in my deck. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. So we got this goes in the discard pile. I get to put the item cards into my hand, which is pretty good. 2 item cards to get off there. I'm going to play Trekking Shoes. Discard that. Keep that. I got a lot of cards to play here in this hand. I'm going to play Quick Ball and discard. I don't think I need the Pal Pad because I don't have any supporters in my discard pile, and I'm going to want to play all these cards into my hand. So I'm just going to play Quick Ball, discard Pal Pad, search my deck for a basic Pokemon. And got a lot of good things here. Let's go ahead and just get a Dialga V. And as it turns out, my other Dialga V-Star is prized. So discarding that Dialga V-Star is not going to be good, but that's okay. We can always attack with Zacian V to take our first 2 prizes. So I'm going to get out Dialga V there. I'm going to go back into the deck here. I'm going to Ultra Ball away. You know what? I'm actually going to use the Mew before I play my Ultra Ball because I'd like to hit an Energy Search here off the Mew. So I'm going to shuffle up.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that was not the best thing to do. I was like, okay, it's fine if you discard 1 Dialga V-Star because you really only need like 1 in a game if you know it goes according to plan. But if everything goes according to plan, but it doesn't always. So yeah, let's go ahead and use Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards of my deck. Put an item card there into my hand. I'm going to go back into my deck. I'm going to play Ultra Ball and discard Escape Rope and Switch. Just going to get those out. Go grab a Radiant Greninja. Put that onto my bench. Definitely want to keep this Metal Saucer in my hand because I want to be able to... That's pretty much the most important card in this Dialga deck is the Metal Saucer. So I'm going to shuffle up. And then I'm going to bench Zacian V, put Air Balloon onto Mew. Do I want to put that on the Mew? No, actually, I think I'm going to put the Air Balloon onto... Because I would like to draw into a Scoop Up Net. I'm going to put it on the Radiant... Actually put it on the Dialga. And then I'm going to Dark Asset for 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will play Avery, draw 3 cards, and you have to discard 1.
Don't mind if I do.
I'd say that seems pretty good for you. I'm going to Concealed Cards, discard a metal, and draw 2 cards. I think I'm going to Scoop Up Net my Radiant Greninja, play it back down onto my bench to reset the ability. I'm going to use Concealed Cards again. 1 more Metal Saucer would be really good right now. I'm going to play Metal Saucer onto Zacian V. And then... I would really, really like to get this Zacian attack off turn 1, so I'm going to... I don't think the chances of hitting another switching card off this Mew... Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the conservative approach right now. I'm just going to attach for turn onto Zacian V, and then I will just go ahead and use Intrepid Sword. We'll attach that here, and is your go.
I'll draw for turn, and I am really excited to use the Pokestop.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So here we go. I'm going to reveal the top 3 cards of the deck, and then is it put trainer cards or item cards?
It's item cards. So
item
you
cards.
Get to keep the VIP pass and
keep
discard
the VIP pass, and I discard these, which is awesome because I get a psychic energy into the discard pile, which allows me to use Solrock's solar energy ability, and I can charge another psychic energy from my discard pile to Lunatone. Then I'm going to evolve into Mewtwo VSTAR and attach for turn. Then I'm going to use Boss's Orders to bring up the Zacian V.
That's not good.
And I can use Mewtwo VSTAR's Psy-Purge attack. It allows me to discard up to 3 psychic energy from play, and it does 90 damage times the amount of psychic energy I discard. So we are doing turn 2, 300 damage with the Choice Belt to take the KO and 2 prizes on that Zacian V.
That is scary. I was really hoping that you didn't have the boss there. So yeah, I'm not looking very good on my side for sure. But let's see what we can cook up here. I'll promote Mew, draw for turn. Let's quick ball away Sui and Heavy Ball for another Dialga. Why not? It's pretty much impossible for me to come back in this game just because of the fact that the only other attacker I have is my Dialga V-Star, which is prized. So I literally have no way to come back in this game. So I am just going to go ahead and concede this game.
That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next turn, just to let you know, I could have attached here, put down a Soul Rock, charge 2 more energy into play, and I'm doing 300 again.
Wow.
Right? Just to give you an idea of how much power this deck has. It is pretty nuts, right?
That is actually pretty crazy.
The Soul Rocks are really, really good.
Yeah, that was definitely very intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. So, I mean, I can take a little comfort in that game, knowing that even if I did, not have the other V-Star prized, like you were gonna boss and knock out the thing that had the most energy on it, anyways. So, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference. But yeah, this is a very that's one of the bad things about these turbo style decks is like you have a very clear you need to have a really strong turn 1, turn 2. If you don't, then it's gonna get ugly real quick. So we're gonna have a better game too, though, for sure.
You want to throw an ordinary rod in that list, Jesse?
No, I do not. Nope, don't need it.
He's confident.
I don't need it. That was just extremely unfortunate.
It was just bad variance, bro.
The chance of me discarding the one Dialga V-Star in my deck is very, very slim. So yeah, no, I'm definitely okay. Do not need the ordinary rod.
Bad variance, bro. Bad variance.
That's just extremely unfortunate. It is what it is. Definitely do not need the ordinary rod. But you could put it in if you wanted to. I mean, it's an item card, so you can get it off Pokestop. But I don't feel like you need it, so I'm not gonna play it.
This list has a 2/2 Soul Rock Lunatone line and an ordinary rod. So that's what we're playing right now. And
that'll help when I Avery you for sure.
Seems fine.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for the love and the hype during the stream today, all the subs. We're doing the YouTube production, so I can't thank everybody, but thank you guys so much for the supports. All right, Mewtwo taking game 1, dude.
That's okay.
Classic.
I get to go first next game, so
turn to win.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's one of the downsides about not playing the Diancie is the thing is though, like most of like the top decks are playing like, I mean, if you look at Isaiah Brander's second place Palculus, it's playing cross switchers, so Diancie's not going to help you at all in that instance. And it's also just like an unnecessary card when you go first because you don't really need to sit behind a Diancie. So
Right.
I think it's better just not to play the Diancie in general. It would definitely be good in that instance for sure, but I had a pretty good chance of attacking with the Dialga into your, or in my Zacian turn one into yours. So I probably should have just went for that, but it was awkward. I really just needed to hit like one energy off that Pokestop, and then I would have been able to keep one of those switching cards in my hand. Instead, I had to Ultra Ball them away because I had to hold on to my Metal Saucer. Couldn't play it down immediately, so it is what it is. We're gonna get it in game 2.
Going into game 2, just a little tip for the YouTube edit. When you are like doing game actions, like putting air balloon onto somebody,
Yes.
say the full thing.
Okay, so
I'll put air
got
balloon
it.
onto my Dialga
Very
VSTAR.
concise.
Yeah. It's just gonna make it easier to follow on YouTube after the fact.
For sure.
Obviously, we all know what's going on.
Yeah.
If you change your mind on something, pick it up and completely redo it and re-say exactly what you're gonna do.
Cool.
So if you were gonna put it on the Mew, just pick it up. It doesn't matter. You could say, all right, actually, I think I'm going to change my mind.
Cut that in post.
And then we'll cut that in post.
Okay,
right.
got
Yes.
it.
There you go. You guys are getting the real behind the scenes deal here.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's do it. I will choose to go first in game number 2.
We'll just play it like it's a
okay. So
like it's a new
again?
game. No, you go first.
Okay, I'll
go
first.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Good luck.
You as well.
Nice. I have got a Mewtwo V to start things off.
I've got a Mew to start things off. All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Draw for turn. I will use, since it's the only search card in my hand, I will use my Hisuian Heavy Ball to look at my prizes, my face down prizes, and choose a basic Pokemon there and put it in my hand. There is no basic Pokemon there, so I will go ahead and shuffle my prizes. Put them back. Okay, I will go ahead and use Mysterious Tail to look at the top 6 cards of my deck and put an item card I find there into my hand. Ooh, got some pretty good ones there. I will choose the Battle VIP Pass. And then I will go right ahead and play my Battle VIP Pass. You can only use it during your first turn. Search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them on your bench. One of the most strongest cards we have in the format right now. So I will go ahead and grab definitely Radiant Greninja, and then I already have the Dialga in my hand, so I will just grab the Zacian V, put those cards straight to the bench. All right, I will use, I'll just go ahead and bench my Origin Form Dialga V. I will use Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards, discard a metal, and draw 2 cards. Very nice. I will play Quick Ball, discard this metal energy from my hand, go search my deck for a basic Pokemon. I will immediately go grab a Crobat V, and yes, put the Crobat V into my hand. I will play Metal Saucer to put a metal energy from my discard pile to one of my metal Pokemon. I will choose Dialga V. I will attach a metal for turn onto Dialga V. I will bench another Mew, and then I will Dark Asset for 5 cards. I will play my Pokestop down, Stadium, and I will use the Pokestop to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. Put any item cards I find there into my hand, put the Ultra Ball in, discard these 2. And then I will say is your turn.
That was a really good turn 1.
Yes.
I'll draw for turn. Taking a look at my opening hand, I've got a pretty strong opening. Definitely.
You know what?
What's up?
Let's dial it back.
Okay.
I did not use Intrepid Sword.
Cool. Yeah. So let's do that.
Okay. So
hold on. What did I top deck? Oh man, what did I top deck? Was it the Scoop Up Net, or was it the Quick Ball, or was it the Energy Switch? Anybody know which card?
Energy. The energy.
The energy. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. And then so to end your turn, yep.
And to end my turn, I'll use Intrepid Sword. All right. It is your turn.
That was a really good turn 1. I'll draw for turn. And taking a look at my opening hand, I've got a pretty strong opening with Quick Ball. I can use Quick Ball to discard a card from my hand and go get a basic Pokemon, which I think I'll do. I'm going to use Quick Ball to discard this Energy Switch. And then I can search my deck for a Radiant Greninja. But it looks as if my Radiant Greninja is prized.
Prized yet again.
Which is sad.
That is very sad.
I would love to use Radiant Greninja to start getting my Psychic Energy into the discard pile, but it looks like I'll have to just settle for a Soul Rock. So we'll grab that.
Got any Hisuian heavy balls in that list?
I do not.
Oh.
All right, so I'll put the Soul Rock into my hands and attach a Psychic Energy to my Mewtwo V. Put the Soul Rock onto the bench. And then I'll use Crobat V's Dark Asset ability to draw 3 cards. Those are very good cards. I have got a Battle VIP pass. Since it's the first turn of my game, I can search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them straight onto the bench. So I'm going to search out a Lunatone and a Mewtwo V. And let's go. Now I will use Trekking Shoes. Trekking Shoes allows me to look at the top card of my deck. I could choose to put it into my hand or the discard pile. I'm going to put the Mewtwo VSTAR into my hand. And then I'm going to use Marnie. We both shuffle our hands.
Man, I really liked my hand too.
And we put them onto the bottom of our decks. I'll draw 5, and Jesse draws 4. Cool. I've got a Quick Ball in my hand, so I can use Quick Ball to discard a Psychic Energy and search my deck for another basic Pokemon. I think I'm going to grab the Lunatone. I'm going to put it into my hand. And now I'm really excited because I have an opportunity to use this Pokestop Stadium. So I'm going to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. And I put any item cards I find there into my hand. Luckily, I got 2 energy, which is fantastic. And I can bench Soul Rock. And we are going to use both of our Soul Rock's Lunar Energy abilities.
Ooh-wee.
solar energy, excuse me. We're going to use both of our Solrock's solar energy abilities to accelerate the 2 psychic energy from the discard pile to my Lunatone in play. And then I will pass it over to you.
All right, so you limited my hand last turn. That was quite annoying. I had a lot going on there, but we got a pretty good hand here. Let's think about this for a second here. Okay, I will use Radiant Greninja's concealed cards to discard a metal and draw 2 cards. Okay. I will use I'll use Ultra Ball to discard Pokestop and Palpad. Search my deck for any Pokemon that I want. I will grab, I want to make sure I do that before I use Pokestop. I'm going to grab Origin Form Dialga VSTAR. I will evolve into Origin Form Dialga VSTAR. And then I will use Mysterious Tail to look at the top 6 cards of my deck and choose an item I find there, put it into my hand. I will choose Quick Ball. I'm going to go back into my deck. I am going to use Scoop Up Net to scoop up this Mew, put it into my hand, promote this Mew. I will then use my Quick Ball to discard Mew, search my deck for a basic Pokemon. I will grab Crobat V, put that into my hand. I will attach a Metal Energy card for turn onto Origin Form Dialga VSTAR. I will then use Dark Asset for 5 cards. I will use Trekking Shoes, look at the top card of my deck. If I don't like it, I can discard it and draw another card. Nice, nice. I will use Pyukamuku's Pitch a Pyukamuku ability to put it onto the bottom of my deck and draw a card. I will use this Mew's Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards of my deck. Put an item card into my hand. Take Air Balloon. And then I will use Energy Search. Search my deck for an energy card. Put it into my hand. Basic energy card. We are just looking for one more Metal Saucer, and then we got a very strong turn coming ahead here. I will use Scoop Up Net on Radiant Greninja, play it back down so I can use Concealed Cards again, discard an energy and draw 2 cards. I will play 2 Metal Saucers to put 2 Metal Energies from my discard pile onto my Dialga. I will attach Air Balloon to Mew. I will then retreat into Origin Form Dialga VSTAR. And wouldn't you know it, I haven't used my Pokestop yet. I almost forgot. I don't believe I did. Wait, didn't I? No, I'm pretty sure I did, so I'm not going to. I will go ahead and use Star Chronos VSTAR power to do 220 damage, and I get to take another turn.
That hurts.
So I will take 2 prizes there.
Yikes. Sheesh. I'm going to promote Soul Rock.
I will draw a card to start my new turn. I will play Boss's Order on your Mewtwo V. I will attach a Metal Energy to Zacian V as a backup attacker. I will then use the Pokestop Stadium, discard the top 3 cards of my deck, put any items there into my hand, which is the Escape Rope, discard the rest. I will play Switch to switch into Mew. I will use Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards of my deck. Put an item card into my hand. I'll take Energy Search, and I will just go ahead and play the Energy Search. Put the Metal Energy into my hand. I will then retreat back into Origin Form Dialga VSTAR, and I will use Metal Blast for 240 damage.
Yikes. Yeah, that was not great for me. But you know what? Lunatone can attack. So go get him, Lunatone. I'll draw for turn. I'll bench my other Lunatone, and I'll use the Pokestop Stadium, discard the top 3 cards of my deck, put an item card I find there into my hand. I'll use Trekking Shoes to look at the top card of my deck, can discard it, put the next card into my hand, and then I can use both of my Soul Rock's solar energy abilities to accelerate onto my Lunatones. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put Choice Belts onto my Lunatone, and I'm going to attach for turn to this bench Lunatone, and then I am going to use my Lunatone's Lunar Kinesis attack, which does 3, 6, 9, 12, 150 damage.
Ooh. It's pretty strong for a 1-prize Pokemon. 120, 150. Draw for turn. I will use Greninja's Concealed Cards to discard this Metal Energy and draw 2 cards. I will play Quick Paw to discard the Pokestop. Search my deck for a basic Pokemon. I will grab the Pyukumuku. We are digging for that last boss here. See if we can find it. Did unfortunately discard one off the Pokestop last turn. I will use Pyukumuku to put on the bottom of my deck and draw a card. I will use Trekking Shoes. I will keep this card. I will play another Trekking Shoes to look at the top card. I will keep this card. I will play another Trekking Shoes. I will discard that metal, draw a card. I will use Scoop Up Net on Radiant Greninja to reset the ability. I will use Concealed Cards. I will use Boss's Order on Crobat, and I will Metal Blast for 220 damage per game.
Yeah, I only got to play 2 turns that game.
And that is how this deck is supposed to run. Very like that.
Wow. I'll go first in game 3.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that one stung. That was crazy, dude.
So you can see, like, Turbo Dialga doing Turbo Dialga things. The Pokestop just adds to the absurdity.
For sure.
You have to just be careful. The only thing you just do not want to discard 2 Dialga V-Stars. If you can avoid that, you're usually fine. Even if you discard supporters, you have the Pal Pad in the deck. So you can see you get to the bottom of your deck really quickly. So as long as you can save that Pal Pad and use it to even just recycle 1 boss. Yeah, the deck and the Averys make a lot of sense just because, like, it limits your opponents against Palkia specifically. It limits their damage output a lot, especially when they go first and get like VIP passes to set up their whole board. You Avery turn 1, it just limits their damage output, makes it harder for them to go, as you can see in game 1, turn 2 Gust on your only Pokemon with energy. That's a quick way to lose the game. Obviously, you can have quick games where you win like that too. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was definitely crazy.
Yeah.
Very impressive. I unfortunately have not been able to get my Radiant Greninja into play yet.
Yeah, that's
And
you prized it 2 games in a row.
And we see how much work that Radiant Greninja is putting in on Jesse's side of the board. With Scoop Up Net, I mean, you can draw
so many cards. It's
right.
insane. Like, it really is.
So I am definitely looking forward to going first and
getting that Radiant Greninja out.
Hopefully finding the Radiant Greninja. That would be wonderful. So I mean, getting to attack with Lunatone was really cool.
It is. That actually is pretty strong. Like,
yeah.
I can do a lot of damage.
Lunatones power up quite quickly, and the fact that
very
you
self-sufficient.
It might even be possible just to build a Lunatone deck, dude.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, you definitely could. Now that I'm, like, thinking about it, if you have 4 Soul Rocks in play, you're accelerating 4 energy per turn.
That reminds me of, wasn't there, like, an old deck that was just Lunatone and Soul Rock?
Yes.
Like, there's an old... That kind of reminds me of that.
I think that's, like, I think that could be, like, a real deck now that I'm thinking about it. They're basics.
Might have to cook something up for the next day, or for stream this weekend.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm thinking that you know, that could be a whole deck. You could accelerate 4 energy per turn. With Scoop Up Nets, you could do even more. You
could just play a small like Mewtwo VSTAR line even just for the VSTAR power. Like doing the 120 everywhere after you've done 150 one
pretty
insane. You know, with Lunatone to clean things up. That's actually like wow.
For sure. Let's set these predictions for game 3.
Dang, only 35%. Come on, guys.
Well, Dialga definitely was looking saucy there. To be fair, you got sauced game 1.
I did.
So
that's fair. I mean, that's just this format, you know. You
get
sauced or you're the one saucing, you know.
Sauce or
there isn't a whole lot of in between.
Nope. I could have scooped that game on turn 2. I mean, I could have scooped that game as soon as you. As soon as you went to take the second turn in a row, I could have scooped. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to scoop for the content, but there's just like, let's be realistic here. There is no way I'm winning the game if I don't have it. Like, there's just
do it for the content, Jesse. Do it for the content.
What, play it out?
Yep.
All right. Even if I have like
let the people see it.
Literally no.
Let the people see it.
Okay, well, we'll let the people see it.
They want to see it.
That's fine.
They want to see it happen.
They want to see me just
like imagine if
crying.
I had scooped and not let you go for the boss that turn.
That's
much spicier was it?
Yeah, but you had an attack though. I wouldn't have been able to even attack my turn.
How much?
I literally would have
just
said pass.
Yeah, cool. And then I get to go blast again for 300. People want to see it.
All right.
Yeah, they want to see it.
All right, fine.
Let the people see it.
I'll let them see it.
There we go. Do it for the content, Jesse.
All right.
Yes, I know. It's not a tournament. We don't need to scoop. All right, let's go. We've got our VSTAR markers now. Forgot those earlier.
Yes.
I have a mulligan.
Nice. I do not have a mulligan.
Another mulligan.
Don't mind if I do.
That would have been a beautiful.
That would have been an insane hand
for sure.
Speaking of mulligans, did anybody see the finals at NAIC? Holy moly, 4 mulligans.
I know, right?
And then nothing.
$5,000 money match.
That's insane, man. That's just I could not believe my eyes. Like that was an insane finals match.
Yes, for sure.
Do be like that sometimes, you know.
Yin's Gaming, the Mewtwo VSTAR is far better with the Lunatone and Soul Rock than with those guys. Getting the energy from the discard pile is just better than from hand. Period.
I mean, I think there's a reason Pokemon printed these cards in the same set as Mewtwo VSTAR.
They print decks, bro.
They print decks. Yeah, you said it. Yep.
All right.
I will take my 2 mulligans.
Finally have a basic, so I am
Good luck.
ready to get started. I will draw for turn, and I am loving the look of this opening hand. I have got Battle VIP Pass, the perfect way to start the game off. Since it's my first turn, I can search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them straight onto my bench. And boy, oh boy, I would love to find Radiant Greninja. There he is. Radiant Greninja, a great way for me to draw cards. Turn 1 going first. And then I can also get Solrock. So I'm going to grab those 2. And I'm going to put them into my hand and shuffle my deck. Oh, never mind. I'm going to grab those 2. And they go straight to my bench. Then I will use Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card of my deck. I will choose to put it into my discard pile and draw the next card. And I will use Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards ability to discard a Psychic Energy and draw 2 cards. I have another Trekking Shoes, so I'll use Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card of my deck, and I will put that into my hands. And then I can use Scoop Up Nets to pick up the Radiant Greninja, put it back down, and use Concealed Cards again to draw 2 more cards off the top of my deck. I have got a Lunatone, and I have got a Quick Ball. So I'm going to use Quick Ball to discard Ordinary Rod and search my deck for another Mewtwo V. I'm going to put Mewtwo V onto my bench and shuffle my deck. Then I will attach my energy for turn to my active Mewtwo V. And I will use Solrock's Solar Energy ability to attach a Psychic Energy from my discard pile to my Lunatone. And I'll pass it to you, Jesse.
Draw for turn. I will immediately bench my Radiant Greninja and my Dialga V. I will play Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card of my deck. If I don't like it, I can discard it and draw another. But I quite like it, so I'm going to keep it in my hand. And then... I will use Concealed Cards to discard an energy from my hand and draw 2. I will play Pokestop Stadium down. I will use Quick Ball to discard a Metal Energy. Search my deck for a basic Pokemon. Let's see what we got here. Got Crobat. Already have a Crobat in my hand. I think this is a good time to go get the Zacian V. It is, if it is available to me. It appears Zacian V is prized, so we will not be getting that. Instead, we will just get a second Dialga V. And I am going to go back into my deck, I'm pretty sure. So let's look at my hand. Second thought, no, I will not. I will bench my Dialga V. I will play Metal Saucer to accelerate a metal onto one of my Dialga Vs. I will put an air balloon onto Mew. I will then... kind of want to Dark Asset for more than 4 cards. I would like to do... So let's just... Let's just go ahead and bench Crobat and use Dark Asset to draw 4 cards. Okay. I will use Hisuian Heavy Ball to look at my face-down prizes. Choose a basic Pokemon there. Got the Pyukumuku in there too. And 2 Boss's Orders. Uh-oh. So we will choose Zacian V and replace it with Hisuian Heavy Ball. Put that into my hand. I will then... I'll play Trekking Shoes to look at the top card of my deck. I will discard it and draw another card. I will Quick Ball away Battle VIP Pass and just fail the search. Just to play my hand down a little bit. I will then... I will use the Pokestop Stadium to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. And those all go in the discard pile because they're not item cards. Otherwise, they would go into my hand. I will use Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards of my deck. Put an item card into my hand. I will take Metal Saucer. That was Metal Saucered, so just making sure. I will bench Zacian V. Play 2 Metal Saucers onto Zacian V. I will attach for turn. I will retreat. And I'll Brave Blade for 230 damage.
Yikes. That stings. I'm going to promote Mewtwo V and draw for turn. I will use the Pokestop Stadium to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. And I get to put the Energy Switch into my hand, which is quite good. I will play Energy Switch to move the energy from my Soul Rock. I will use Energy Switch to move the energy from my Lunatone up to my Mewtwo V. I'm going to bench Mewtwo V. Then I'm going to replace your Stadium with my Training Courts, attach Choice Belt to my Mewtwo V, and I will use Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 cards. Now I am desperately looking for a Mewtwo VSTAR. Now, I don't have one in this hand yet, but I do have a Psychic Energy, so I can use Radiant Greninja and its Concealed Cards ability. And a Scoop Up Net means I can use it twice with the Training Courts, so that's what we're going to do. I'll use Greninja's Concealed Cards, discard a Psychic, and draw 2. And then I will use Scoop Up Nets to put the Radiance Greninja into my hands, put it back down, and I will use Training Courts to bring an energy from my discard pile back to my hands. And I will use Concealed Cards again to draw 2. And, I've got Mewtwo V-Star. I've got Soul Rock. I can use Soul Rock's Solar Energy ability to accelerate an energy to Lunatone. and I can use this Solrock's Solar Energy ability to accelerate another energy to Lunatone, and then I can use Energy Switch to move the energy up to my Mewtwo VSTAR, and I have to discard 3 energy since I'm only doing 210 if I discard 2. So I will discard 3 energy, and we will take the knockout on Zacian V with our Psy Purge attack for 2 prizes.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking you didn't have a way to attack that turn. I forgot about the energy switches, so I maybe got a little too aggressive there, but that's okay. Still took 2 prizes, so I will promote Mew, draw for turn. Okay, let's concealed cards, discard this metal and draw 2. I will use Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards in my deck. Put an item card there into my hand. I will take the Battle VIP Pass. Put it in my hand. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to play Ultra Ball to discard Battle VIP Pass and Hisuian Heavy Ball. Search my deck for a Pokemon. Put it into my hand. I will take Origin Form Dialga VSTAR. I will evolve to Dialga VSTAR. I will use Training Court, put an energy from my discard into my hand. I will attach for turn. I will then retreat and use Metal Blast for 120 damage. Oop.
Cool. I will draw for turn. And I am really liking the look of this hand. I will use both of my Solrock's Solar Energy abilities to accelerate Psychic Energy from my discard pile to Lunatone. Then I will use Scoop Up Net to pick up my Solrock and put it back down so that then I can use its Solar Energy ability again to accelerate another energy from my discard pile to my Lunatone. Then I will use Energy Switch to move a Psychic Energy from Lunatone up to my Mewtwo VSTAR. And I will use Quick Ball to discard a Battle VIP Pass from my hand and search my deck for a basic Pokemon. I'm going to grab Galarian Zigzagoon, put it into my hand. And then not much else left to do with this hand, so I'm going to play Professor's Research and discard my hand and draw 7 new cards. I've got quite a few options in this hand. I could use Trekking Shoes, but there's not anything else that I need this turn because I can get a Psychic Energy from my discard pile with Training Court. So I will use Training Court to bring the Psychic Energy back from my discard pile to my hands, attach it to my Mewtwo VSTAR, and I will use Mewtwo VSTAR's Psy Purge attack discarding 3 psychic energies with the choice belt, 300 damage.
Wow.
And I will take 2 more prize cards.
It's not looking too good for me. I will promote my Mew, draw. I will use concealed cards, discard this energy, and draw 2. I will attach a medal to Origin Form Dialga V. I will use Mysterious Tail, look at the top 6 cards in my deck, choose an item there, put it into my hand. I will go back into the deck with this item card. I will play Quick Ball to discard this Mew, search my deck for a basic Pokemon. I will take another Mew. And then I will play, or I will use Training Court, put an energy into my hand. I will boss up your Mewtwo V on the bench. I will retreat. And then I will use Metal Coating to put 2 metal energies from a discard pile to this Pokemon.
Wow. It's actually pretty good. I'm going to draw for turn. I do think that I am actually out of Energy Switch. I have used all 3.
Woohoo!
There are only 3 in the deck, and they were all very useful.
They were, yeah.
I can't be too disappointed. How many cards are in your hand?
4.
Okay. You have not used your VSTAR power. How many metal saucers do you have in the discard pile?
3.
Okay.
Yes, 3, it appears.
Okay. I'm going to use Quick Ball to discard Battle VIP Pass from my hand and take a look at my deck. There aren't any basic Pokemon that I need in the deck. I would like to find a Mewtwo V-Star, though, to try and make it more difficult for Jesse to be able to win this game. So I will fail that search. And I am going to use Trekking Shoes, the top card of my deck. And I will discard it, draw the next. And I will use Trekking Shoes again, look at the top card of my deck. Discard it, draw the next. I will use Greninja's Concealed Cards to discard an energy and draw 2. And then I will Ultra Ball, discarding Crobat and Marnie. Search my deck for a Mewtwo V-Star.
I'm going to take a little peek at your discard pile.
Put the Mewtwo V-Star into my hand. I'm going to evolve into Mewtwo V-Star. Attach for turn. I will use Training Court to bring a Psychic Energy back from my discard pile and put it into my hand. I will use Solrock's Solar Energy ability to charge an energy to my Lunatone. And then I will use this Solrock's Solar Energy ability to charge an energy to my Lunatone. And then I will pass it over to you.
Drop. I will use Concealed Cards to discard this energy and draw 2. Let's see here. I will play Escape Rope. So you have to switch one of your active, one of your benched, and then I choose my bench with my active and switch.
I will promote.
All right.
Lunatone.
I will promote Mew. And then I will use Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards of my deck. Choose an item I find there and put it into my hand. I will choose Scoop Up Net. I will then use, I will play Scoop Up Net to pick up my Radiant Greninja, play it down onto my bench, use Concealed Cards to draw 2. I will use Trekking Shoes, look at the top card of my deck. I don't like it, I will discard and draw another. I will use Training Court to put an energy into my hand. I will play down Pokestop Stadium to replace your stadium. I think I will do it, even though I am a little scared of discarding the VSTAR. I think it's more important I just try to find an Ultra Ball here. So I will use the Pokestop Stadium to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. I had a feeling. I will discard my Dialga V-Star. It's fine. We will just attack with the V. I will use Metal Saucer to put a Metal Energy onto my benched Dialga V. And then I will Boss's Order up the damaged Mewtwo V-Star. I will then retreat. And I will use Temporal Rupture for 180 damage.
And Jesse goes to just 2 prizes remaining, but I have got Mewtwo V-Star with a Psychic Energy, and I can use Psy Purge for 270 damage.
Yep.
To take my final 2 prizes and the game.
Nice.
That one was
really
close.
It was close. Yeah, it was interesting. I definitely made some questionable plays there, but you know, I'm still trying to get my head around this deck. It's a little bit of a crazy deck.
If you had hit, I mean, you have game there.
Yeah, I do. I just need to get the V. I was trying to find. I was really digging for the V-Star. I didn't want to have to Pokestop and potentially discard it, but I didn't have any other options. So I was hoping the Concealed Cards was going to get me there.
Right.
Into that, because then I still had attachment for turn. I attached Metal Saucer, boom. When I found the Metal Saucer early, I was like, oh, here we go. I was
Did you have both boss?
Well, I had Pal Pad still in the deck.
Okay,
and I can draw through almost my whole deck. So I was gonna play the boss. I just need to find my Pal. Like that was one of the cards off the Mew.
Yeah.
And then the next turn, I could dig. And I still had a third boss. Or no, my third boss was actually prize. So I needed to get Pal Pad. So I still need to hit some stuff. But
there was a route there, though.
There was a route.
I was scared. Because I saw you had the boss's orders. You had all the energy you needed. You could have gone V-Star power the damaged Mewtwo, and then gust up my other Mewtwo and knock it out for game. Which would have been devastating.
Wait, did you have a Crobat on your bench?
I did not.
No. Okay, never mind.
That would have been devastating.
And then besides that, going in with the Zacian was definitely incorrect. I definitely should have just diversified my energy and just passed.
It's cool. You got to show.
I was like, hey,
we got to show
I
want
to go in with the Zacian turn because I was like, okay, the only way you attack with this Mewtwo is I thought the chances of you having like V-Star boss on one of my Vs was higher than you being able to cook up another V-Star. So then you cooked up the other V-Star, and I was like, but. You know, it's in hindsight, might have been better to not go in with this.
It was cool. You got to show off. You got to show off.
It has that aggressive turn 1 option. You know, Blade turn 1. I mean,
you got to show off how you can Brave Blade turn 1, and then you also allowed this deck an opportunity to show off the energy switch.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Which was sick, right?
That was a good matchup. I like that.
So,
do you want to run it again to get some more?
I feel like we got good games
You
there.
good? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like that those
I know
were.
if you needed one more just to throw on tack on there. Okay.
I think it's.
This is a pretty fun matchup.
Let's tack one more
Let's
on.
tack one
let's
more
tack
on.
one
I like
more
this
on.
matchup. This is fun.
Yeah. Just
This
in
is
case, now that we got a better feel of it, we'll replay. We'll replay one more game so that we have 4 games to pick from when making the video.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Cool.
Also, I should ask the etiquette on discard pile and just like I'm trying not to do too much during your turn because I don't want to mess with like the feng shui of what you got going on.
No, you're
Am
doing
I
great
good
now.
to just grab the discard pile? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Especially if I'm not talking.
Yeah.
Then go ahead, just grab the discard
I was like,
pile.
I gotta check how many bosses you got.
Yeah, just ask for a break whenever there's a break or whatever.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Now we're doing something a little different today. We're editing these up specifically for YouTube. That's why we're not doing any overlay or anything like that, and that's why our narration is a little bit more clean cut because we're looking to edit this video up like the 2006 retro video that I released about a month ago.
If you guys haven't watched it, you should check it out. It's a really cool video.
I think it's my favorite, like one of my
cool.
favorite tabletop videos that I have on the channel. So definitely scope that out. I'm going to see if Chip's available to help me edit these like he did that one. And hopefully you guys like the results. So we'll play one more.
If you want to watch the live footage, you can the raw footage, you can always check out the Tricky Jim VODs YouTube channel. So
yes.
if you want to watch the uncut raw stuff.
Live and uncut.
Could,
yes. So. And up next, after this game, we'll be showing off the new Magikarp deck. So I'm very excited about that as well.
I don't know what I'm going to play against it. Probably something a little more standard just to see how Magikarp stacks up.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. All right, so we got another game here. Do you want to flip for it? Or
let's replay game 1 with me going first.
Okay.
See how that goes. So we have the option to replace it if we want to now that we're a little bit more in our
warmed up
zone. Yep. Cool. All right.
You're going first.
Unfortunately, I do not have a basic.
All right, I do.
Another mulligan? Yeah, what's the point of Ordinary Rod? That card is always...
See, I don't have it in my deck.
I
Who needs it?
Haven't used it effectively once. I know. I feel so bad about it. I'm excited about the Carp deck. Carp deck seems kind of cool, so we'll see how...
That was one thing when I was scrolling through the decks yesterday to try to find some cool decks from Japan. I saw some Carp decks, and I was like, ooh.
Third mulligan.
Maybe I'll just take one.
3 for the contents.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take 3. I'm chilling.
We'll edit it in post.
Edit in post. That's how you know a deck's consistent, though.
Dang, bro.
Ugh. Oh, that hand was looking juicy, too.
I know. VIP passes and all that. I'm going to do all of this, and then I'm going to start Crobat. That's like...
It's always so sad, because it's like, when you're looking... That's why I like doing the laying out and looking at it all at once, because like, if I draw, I'm like, oh, man, this hand's looking good, and then there's no basic, and I'm sad.
You'll do 5 mulligans, and then finally a basic, and it's Crobat.
Okay.
All right, I have a basic.
I will take 1 mulligan.
And good luck, Jesse.
You as well.
I'll draw for turn. And I'm really liking the look of this opening hand. I've got a Mewtwo V, a Quick Ball, and a Battle VIP Pass. So we're going to play Battle VIP Pass to search out 2 basic Pokemon and put them straight onto my bench. The perfect way to start out a game of Pokemon cards in this format. Immediately, we see Radiant Greninja is in the deck, so I'm definitely going to want that Radiant Greninja to help me draw cards with its Concealed Cards ability. And I will also search out Lunatone so I can start accelerating energy with Solrock's Solar Energy ability. I will use Greninja's Concealed Cards ability, discard a Psychic from my hand, and draw 2 cards. I will bench Mewtwo V and use Scoop Up Net to put the Greninja into my hand, and then I'll put it back down. And I will use Concealed Cards again to discard another Psychic Energy and draw 2 more cards. Then I will Quick Ball away a Psychic Energy. And I will search out another Solrock. I'm going to put the Solrock onto my bench. And I'm going to attach a Psychic Energy from my hand to Mewtwo V. Then I will use both of my Solrock's Solar Energy abilities to accelerate 2 Psychic Energy from my discard pile to my Lunatone. And with that, I'll pass it to you, Jesse.
I will draw for turn. I will play a Battle VIP Pass. A great way to start a standard game of Pokemon. Let's just check quick at what we have prize, because I do have a Hisuian Heavy Ball in this deck that lets you look at your prizes and choose a basic Pokemon there, put it in your hand. So it's always good to see if you got anything important prized, because when I do eventually see that card, I'm going to want to know if I want to play it or not. Like we got some Muse prize, so good to know. Got most of the key players here. Just take one more look. Looks like Zacian V is also prized. So I will go ahead and grab Radiant Greninja and Origin Form Dialga V. And then I will go back into the deck. I will play another Battle VIP Pass.
That's so good.
There's 2 in the deck, so, you know.
Sometimes you're just really good at this game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even really need it, to be honest with you. I'm just going to grab, like, 1 Mew. That's all I really need. So I'm just going to grab a Mew. Yeah, because I have the other Dialga in my hand, so I will shuffle up. I actually am going to go back into the deck. I'm going to play Quick Ball and discard a Metal Energy. Go search for a Crobat V. Put that into my hand. This deck doesn't need a whole lot of things going on the bench. You mostly just have like a couple Mews, 1 Dialga, Greninja. Okay. I will play down my Pokestop Stadium card. I will bench another Dialga V. I will attach for turn onto Dialga V. I will then Dark Asset for 5 cards. I will use Radiant Greninja's Concealed Card ability to discard an energy and draw 2 cards. I will use Mew's Mysterious Tail ability. Look at the top 6 cards in my deck. Choose an item card I find there and put it into my hand. I will take Hisuian Heavy Ball. There's only one in the list, so I wasn't really going to bank on finding it and leaving bench space for it. But if I find a Scoop Up Net, I can replace one of these Mews with my Zacian to end my turn. So that's what we're going to try to do. I will then play Air Balloon, retreat into a new Mew, and I will use Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards of my deck. Choose an item card to put into my hand. I will take Metal Saucer. I'm going to go back into my deck. I'm going to play Ultra Ball to discard Pokestop and another Ultra Ball. Search my deck for any Pokemon. I'm going to take Origin Form Dialga V-Star out of the deck before I use my Pokestop Stadium.
That's a big brain play right
there.
If it's not in the deck, you can't discard it.
That's true. I could still discard the other one, which would be a little unfortunate, but having 2 in the deck, I feel a lot safer just fishing one of those out if I can. Would like to hit a Scoop Up Net here off the Pokestop if I can. I will use the Pokestop Stadium to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. It's great. Metal Saucer and Trekking Shoes. Item cards go into my hand. Discard the Metal Energy. I will play Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card. I will keep the card. I will play the Trekking Shoes that I found. Look at the top card. I will discard and draw another. I will play a Metal Saucer onto Dialga here. And then I will go ahead and play Hisuian Heavy Ball to look at my face down prize cards. Choose a basic I find there. Put it into my hand. Shuffle a Hisuian Heavy Ball into my prizes. Did not find a Scoop Up Net, so I will not be able to Intrepid Sword, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'll still go ahead and fish that out. And yeah, I will say your turn.
I'll draw for turn, and I am going to bench Lunatone. I am going to attach to Soul Rock, and then I'm going to play Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 cards. I'll use Trekking Shoes to look at the top card of my deck, and I will put that card into my hand. And then I would like to use the Pokestop Stadium to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. It's fine. Psychic to the discard pile, Ultra Ball to my hand. Then I will use Ultra Ball, discarding Research and Ultra Ball to get Mewtwo V-Star from my deck and put it into my hand. Okay. And I will use Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards to discard a Psychic Energy and draw 2. I'm going to use Solrock's Solar Energy ability to accelerate an energy onto my Lunatone. And then I will use this other Solrock's Solar Energy ability to accelerate another energy onto Lunatone I'm going to evolve into Mewtwo VSTAR. And here I'm considering a couple of lines. I'm not exactly sure if I want to just dive right in with Lunatone. I certainly could. And then I could take the knockout on Mew with Lunatone, only promoting a single prize Pokemon, which is a nice thing about this deck. The Lunatones, they get in there for sure.
That V-Star power on the Mewtwo is looking kind of juicy too.
I know. I have to find an energy switch. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So that's my other alternative, is that I could do that. I think that, right, because I could do something where I soften up all your Vs and then just take knockouts with Lunatone, which is kind of funny. Because Lunatone could finish off everybody else. So I could reuse my Soul Rock to accelerate yet another energy from my discard pile to Lunatone, which is pretty cool. Certainly don't mind that. I'm just kind of thinking it through. Like, what do I want to use this Scoop Up Net for? I think it is the first Scoop Up Net. No, second. Going in with the Mewtwo would be pretty nuts here, if I can actually get it. So I think that's fine. I'm going to use Scoop Up Net to pick up my Radiant Greninja, put it back down, and use Concealed Cards to discard a Psychic and draw 2 more. Then I will use Trekking Shoes, the top card of my deck, and put it into my hand. I'm going to retreat Soul Rock into Mewtwo V-Star and use Energy Switch up to my Mewtwo V-Star. I'm going to play Training Court and put a Psychic Energy from my discard pile into my hand. And then I am going to use my Mewtwo V-Star's Star Raid V-Star power to do 120 damage to all of Jesse's Pokemon V.
Wow, it's very strong. Kind of scary. So I will draw for turn. I will evolve into Dialga V-Star. I will immediately use Training Court to put one of these energies into my hand, and then play the Pokestop to replace it. I will use Metal Saucer to attach to Dialga V-Star. I will use Quick Ball to discard Zacian V, search my deck for a Pokemon. I will grab the Pyukumuku. I will use the Pyukumuku's ability, pitch a Pyukumuku, to put it on the bottom of my deck and draw a card. I will play Trekking Shoes, look at the top card of my deck, and I will keep that card. I will use Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards to discard a Metal Energy and draw 2 cards. I will use Mew's Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards of my deck. Put an item card there into my hand. I'll choose Metal Saucer. One more Metal Saucer. And then I can start saucing your Mewtwo V-Star. I will switch into a new Mew use Mysterious Tail. I will take an Energy Search, put it into my hand. Shuffle up. I actually am going to go back into the deck. I'm going to play Quick Ball to discard a Boss's Orders and search my deck for a Crobat V. Yes, take Crobat V. I will then scoop up net this Mew, put it in my hand. I will play Energy Search and just fail the Energy Search. I will then do my attachment for turn, play Metal Saucer, and then use Dark Asset to draw 4 cards. I will then use the Pokestop Stadium to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. Discard anything that's not an item card, put it in my hand. Play Scoop Up Net on Radiant Greninja. Play it back down. Use Concealed Cards to discard an energy card from my hand. Draw 2 cards. Play Metal Saucer to attach a Metal Energy onto my Dialga VSTAR. I will play my Pal Pad to put 2 Boss's Orders back into my deck.
The turn that never ended.
You can get a head start on that editing there, Andrew. And wouldn't you know it, I get to take another turn.
Have you used a supporter yet?
I have not. But I don't think I'm going to. I will then retreat. And it's kind of strange because I would like to, but yeah, I think I'm good. I'm going to use... You know what? Actually. Yeah, no, that's correct. I'm going to use Dialga VSTAR Star Chronos VSTAR power to do 220 damage, and I get to take another turn.
You're telling me I waited all that time and I don't even get to play?
I get to take another turn. Man.
Oh my gosh.
So let's just take another turn. I'm going to draw a card to start my new turn. Oh, that's pretty good. I will play Avery to draw 3 cards.
I will discard.
Oh,
I will discard Solrock and Greninja.
Sounds good. I will evolve my Dialga V into Dialga VSTAR. I will pitch a Pyukumuku to put on bottom of my deck and draw a card. We'll play Energy Search. Search my deck for an energy. Put it into my hand. Oh yeah. And then I will attach for turn onto Dialga VSTAR. Everything else is looking good. I don't think I want to use anything else. I'm looking good. I'm just going to Metal Blast for 240 damage for the knockout.
Cool. So my Mewtwo goes down, and Jesse takes the first 2 prizes of the game. And finally, I get to play again. I'm going to promote Lunatone and draw for turn. That is a really good top deck. I am going to play Ordinary Rod, and I'm going to shuffle Radiant, Greninja, and Soul Rock back into my deck. And then I am also going to shuffle 2 Psychic Energy back into my deck.
Yes.
Now, for those of you that don't know, the Lunatone has an attack.
Pretty good one at that.
Lunar Kinesis. Does 30 damage plus 30 more damage for each psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. A good one. So it is definitely possible for me to finish up this game with Lunatones. Okay. I am going to bench Mewtwo V. And I am going to attach Choice Belt to my Lunatone. So let's see, if I do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 15 won't do it, 18 will. So I will use Solrock's Solar Energy ability to accelerate an energy from my discard pile to Lunatone in the active, giving it enough energy to take the knockout on the active. I don't want to use that Pokestop, actually, I don't think. But I like to keep it in play. I will attach to my Mewtwo V, and then I will use Marnie. Put my 1 card on the bottom of my deck, and I will draw 5 new cards off the top. I like the look of these 5 cards because it's going to allow me to grab Greninja if I would like to, or Crobat. Honestly, at this point, I'm not feeling too bad about Crobat to just go see more cards. I'm going to quick ball away Battle VIP Pass. Take a look at my deck. I think I'm going to grab Crobats, put it into my hand. Do I need 1 more energy? Did I do my math wrong? No. 3, 6, 9,
Or
12,
Zigzagoon.
15. Or Oh.
Zigzagoon would do it too.
Oh, well then, dang, bro, I should have attached to the Mewtwo.
To the Lunatone?
To the Lunatone. It's cool. All right, I'm just going to actually quick ball, and I'm just going to go get my other Solrock. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, redo.
That'll do. Redo. All right. Oops. That's fine. All right. I am going to... Oh, I've got Energy Switch in my hand. I'm chilling.
You're chilling.
I'm going to quick ball away Battle VIP Pass. And I'm going to go get Crobats. Put it into my hand. I realized that my math was bad earlier, but thankfully I've got Energy Switch. So I'm going to use Energy Switch to move the energy from my bench Lunatone up to my active, and now I've got enough energy to take the knockout.
Yes.
And then I will use Crobat's Dark Asset ability to draw 4 cards. I am going to bench Solrock and use Solrock's Solar Energy ability to accelerate another energy to my Lunatone. And then I am going to use Lunatone's Lunar Kinesis to take the knockout on Dialga and draw 2 prizes.
Yeah, it would have been nice if I could have attacked with this one to clean up your Mewtwo and left this one on the bench, but I don't know if I was going to be able to do that, so I will promote Mew, draw. I will use Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards of my deck. put an item card there into my hand. I will take Escape Rope. I will attach a Metal Energy to Dialga VSTAR. I will use Pyukamuku's Pyukamuku ability to put on the bottom of my deck. Draw a card. I will just simply... I will retreat into Dialga V-Star, and I will use Metal Blast for 160 damage.
Lunatone down. Jesse goes to 3 prizes. I will promote my Mewtwo. Draw for turn. I have got Mewtwo V-Star to evolve the active, and I'll attach for turn to Mewtwo V-Star. I will attach Choice Belts to Mewtwo V-Star, and then I will use Lunatone's Lunar Power,
Solar Energy.
There we go. I will use Solrock's Solar Energy ability to accelerate to my Lunatone, and I will use my other Solrock Solar Energy to accelerate to Lunatone. And I will use Energy Switch to move an energy to my Crobat, just so it doesn't get stuck. And then there's not much left to do in this hand, so I will send it away with Professor's Research to draw 7 new cards. New hand looks fantastic. I've got energy, scoop up nets, a whole bunch of cool stuff. I will bench Radiance Greninja and counter the Pokestop with Training Quartz and use Training Quartz to bring a Psychic Energy from the discard pile back to my hand. And I like this board state a lot. In order to take the knockouts, I have to discard just 2 energy. So I will use my is it Cyplosion? Let's see, what is it again? Psypurge. I will use Mewtwo V-Star's Psypurge attack to do 210 damage and take 2 prizes.
Not looking too good for me. I will promote Mew and draw for turn. I will use Mysterious Tail. Look at the top 6 cards on my deck, which is the rest of my deck. It appears that I am all out of Pokemon to attack with, so I will go ahead and just, yeah, that is the rest of my deck. I do not have anything. You have overwhelmed me with the Mewtwo. I don't have anything left to attack with, so you got it.
GG's. I think I could have finished it off with boss's orders. I was top decking the boss anyways. There we go.
So boss's orders on the Crobat would have finished it too.
Yep.
So, yep, do not have anything else to attack with, so, yeah. Yeah, so that Mewtwo deck looking pretty. The fact you can attack with the Lunatones is very strong. I like.
Yeah,
that's like
the Solrock and Lunatone are the best part of this deck.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like the Dialga deck wants to just remove the attacking threats from the board, but the fact that you have so many different things you can just power up quickly means like to clean up, like doing the 120 to everything, like set it up perfectly to clean it up with like the Lunatones. So yeah, very very strong.
You can kind of just play it as a single prize deck. You can just go in with the Mewtwo V-Star, use the V-Star attack, and then just, go Lunatones, which was really cool because then everything is within range. And with the scoop-up nets, I was looking there at the end of the game with double scoop-up net in hand and 2 Solrocks in play. I could have had like 4 or 5 energy on a Lunatone easily.
I mean, it makes sense.
Nuts.
I mean, how you were saying, like I was saying before, when you were thinking about just playing the Lunatone deck, having the having the just even just a 1/1 or 2/2 Mewtwo just to do the star raid of
Yeah.
V-Star power seems pretty strong. I mean, you could even just like start attacking with Lunatones for 150, 180 damage, and then just like star raid for like multiple prizes. You could
I
even,
think that
like if they don't have Manaphy on the bench.
I think that the Lunatone Solrock's going to be a real deck.
I think it might be.
I think it might. Okay, because consider this: with like battle VIP passes
You're
and
definitely gonna need to
shoes,
get some
scoop up
Manaphy in there
nets.
for
I already have
Radiant
Manaphy in
Greninja.
here.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep. Scoop up nets, Radiant Greninja, all that, right? You can attack on the first turn going second, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. All you
If
need
you
is to
hit.
get 2 Soul Rocks in play and
Energy in
2
the
energy in the discard pile, and you're swinging for what 3, 6, 9, 12, 120 damage turn 1. So with a choice belt, it's 150 damage turn 1.
Wow.
You think
yeah.
a Pokemon V likes getting smacked for 150 turn 1?
Or just knocking out a Sobble, like, is good. Just
Or
taking-
knocking out a Sobble, or, so
having the ability to attack turn 1 is
they're
huge
90
benefit.
hit points, so Rescue Carrier
Rescue Carrier
and
level
level ballable.
That's true.
And you can just play the engine with Manaphy and Greninja and Choice Belt. Oh yeah, this deck is nasty, bro.
It's pretty nasty. You could even, I mean, there's a lot of things to experiment with. I mean, you could try the, you would just throw in like a Bibarel in there to like for your early turns. Like if Bibarel is like one of the strongest engines to play if you're looking, I think, for just a really strong turn 1, turn 2. Just being able to fill your hand up early.
Carrier's 60 hit point mine. All right, it's a level ballable. That's right.
Wait, what?
Carrier's 90. Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
not.
Blast Boys.
Carrier's 90.
Take it back, Blast Boys. You're wrong.
Yeah, that's not true. I definitely rescue carried for Diancies when I was testing that.
And for Flaffies, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
What are you talking about, Blast Boys?
Yes. Take it back, Blast Boy. Take it back. Yeah. But yes, the Carrier does get all your dudes back, which is nuts.
Yeah.
And it should be a pretty cool little deck. So
yeah.
I think that it's definitely got.
And I definitely want to experiment the Pokestop in some other turbo decks, like Turbo, like Palkia. Even though the Inteleon build is probably going to be the best way to play it, just having that extra bit of dig, could be good for that deck and a lot of other turbo decks. Even Turbo Dark was the other one I was thinking of. Turbo Dark was the one that it's like an okay deck. It's like a tier 2 deck, and having that extra dig will let you get to that 280 turn 2 more consistently. But anyways,
what are we gonna run against the Magikarp deck?
I could always play Palkia.
Let's do Palkia. Let's do like Let me
get my Palkia deck here.
Yeah. Want to take a quick break real quick?
Sure, I'll take a quick break.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to take a quick...
So I got to get some cards into my deck. So
we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back showing off Isaiah Bradner's second place Palkia V-Star list against Magikarp. Let us know who you think will win Game 1. We'll start the prediction, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Thank you for the patience. We are back with a new matchup. I have got the Magikarp deck. Magikarp has the Raging Fin attack for 2 colorless energy, does 10 damage plus 30 more damage for each Magikarp and Gyarados in your discard pile. So if you have 8, between the Magikarp and the Gyarados, you could do 250 damage with the Choice Belt. That's 280 damage. But wait, if all your Magikarp are in the discard pile, how are you attacking with one? Well, it's when the new Ditto comes in. Ditto has got an ability that allows you to use basic non-rule box Pokemon's attacks, or basic non-V attacks, something like that.
Yeah, non-Vs are...
I think it's non-rule box.
Yeah.
Yeah, non-rule box Pokemon's attacks from the discard pile. And that effectively allows you to use Magikarp's attack with the Ditto, which means that you can have all 8 of your Magikarp and Gyarados in the discard pile, so you could theoretically swing for 280 damage. Theoretically. We're going to see just how difficult it is.
So he's got a tall order here. I'm playing Palkia and Teleon. It is Isaiah Bradner's second place list. Playing the full 4 Arita VIP pass, full on turn 1, turn 2 consistency. Just going to be getting in there with Palkia, Radiant Greninja. I played, it definitely feels like a strong deck for sure. It is very thin on the Pokemon, like just 3/3 Palkia, 3/3/1 Inteleon, and just like, Greninja, Manaphy. And
all the gas.
Yep, just straightforward, consistent. So I'm going to be playing that. Definitely is a strong list for sure. And we're going to see how this Magikarp deck stacks up against it.
I am definitely thankful that many of the Palkia lists, or especially the second place list, are not playing the quick shooting anymore. That's
yes,
good.
True. That's true.
Could be problematic.
A lot of people are not playing the quick shooting. I think some of the Japanese players, some of the Japanese lists, like I forget his name, that got top 4, top 8, and also Franco Takahashi loves the rare candy and the quick shooting, just having being able to, like, if you miss turn 1 Palkia, being able to do like Arita for rare candy and Inteleon to just attack with the Inteleon as like a good turn 2 attacker, and it also lets you go grab 2 trainers, go grab another Palkia to put on your bench. And then the quick shooter is still like pretty great against like VMAX decks to like soften up, Flying Pikachu for a one-shot. Because I think that's what this deck can struggle to do sometimes, is get enough Pokemon down, because they can limit their bench pretty well. So anyways, yeah, quick shooting. Not in this list, not in a lot of Palkia lists right now, so that might be able to take advantage of that.
Might be able to, yeah. Single prizers, definitely stoked to see it. Also stoked to see, Duraludon wasn't the biggest at the North American
International. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Championships.
Duraludon and Blissey both just like nowhere to be seen.
Tanked, yeah.
Yep, nowhere to be seen.
Kind of
not even Mew.
Yeah.
Like if you guys look, top 32 had 1 Mew. Not top 16, 0 Mew. Top 32, 1 Mew.
That's insane, isn't it?
Like, it's kind of crazy. It's just like, I mean, I'm sure it's mostly because a lot of the top players decided to play Palkia, as they probably should have. So, obviously, Mew's still a very strong deck, but
I do have one Peonia in here.
Ooh, yes.
Which we can use to theoretically search out
Hisui
our
and Heavy Ball.
2 Hisui and Heavy Balls.
Yeah, that seems important.
So,
yeah.
I'm excited to see how this deck works. Completely untested. With the Mewtwo deck, I had at least like fishbowled some hands and seen that it was like...
Mewtwo deck seemed good for sure. So
the Mewtwo deck, I like drew a few hands with it and was like, well, that's turn 2 300.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's at least like good enough.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I felt with the Dialga. I was like, yeah, the Pokestops, they kind of fit perfectly into that deck. So.
Exactly. So that's... going to be fascinated to see if this deck can work. Now, this is a pure single prize deck. There are no Pokemon V in here. There's a Manaphy. There's a couple of rescue carriers. So I do have the option to be able to block the Radiant Greninja's, whatever its attack is called. Moonlight something.
Moonlight Shuriken.
Is it Moonlight Shuriken? Yeah, Moonlight Shuriken. Cool. All right. Would you like heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails it is. I will choose to go first.
All right.
Huh.
You got a Magikarp deck over there, don't you?
It's cool, bro. Yeah, I'm chilling. Yeah, I'm chilling. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, good luck.
Good luck. I'll draw. And I have got Trekking Shoes, which I will play. Allows me to look at the top card of my deck. Unfortunate. I will discard it and draw the next card. I can bench Minccino and use Level Ball. I'll use Level Ball, which allows me to search my deck for a Pokemon with 90 hit points or less. At this point, I am going to just check my prizes. So I'm going to see how many Magikarp and how many Gyarados I have access to in this deck. It's a very important thing to do, and I am feeling like I don't have many. Oh, lordy. Okay. See, I've got 1 Magikarp in the active, and I've got 1 Gyarados in my hand. So that means that I have 1 Magikarp prized and 1 Gyarados. Went 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1 Magikarp prized and 1 Gyarados prized. So I feel like I could work with that. That's fine. I feel
Could
like
be worse.
It's pretty par for the course. So let's level ball and go get ourselves a Ditto. And the reason I'm getting the Ditto is because I have 2 energy in my hands, and I do not want them to go to waste with a research next turn. So I want to use them effectively, which means turn 1, attach 1 to Ditto, turn 2, attach 1 to Magikarp. That is
You know what I'm looking to do that Magikarp.
the game plan. You want to go triple headbutt tantrum.
Yep.
Yeah.
He knows.
I'm going to attach my twin energy to Ditto, and I'll pass it to you.
We'll draw. I will immediately play my Irida supporter card that lets me search my deck for a water Pokemon and an item card. So let's take a look, see what we got here. I'm also going to do a little bit of a prize check. Very important when playing your Hisuian Heavy Ball, which you can find at any time with Shady Dealings, as you do. So let's take a look here. We got 1 Sobble prized. We have 1 Drizzile prized. So yeah, good to know. We got all our Palkias. We got we got all our V-Stars. We got our Sword and Shield and Teleon. Love to see that. Our double Shady Dealings and Teleon. And then, so yeah, I will go ahead and choose a Sobble and a VIP pass. Battle VIP pass. So I will choose Sobble, and then I will play my Battle VIP pass, which lets me only play on your first turn. Go search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them straight onto your bench. So I will choose... I'm not sure what this Magikarp deck is capable of, so I don't know if I should get another Palkia. I guess I probably should. So let's get... And again, I do really want another Sobble. So I think what I'm going to do is get a Sobble and Greninja with the Battle VIP Pass. And then we will make sure we get this deck nice and shuffled. Okay. I will use concealed cards to discard a water and draw 2 cards. I will play Hisuian Heavy Ball to look at my prize cards. This is why you check. To grab a Sobble, as I saw that was prized, and I knew the Drizzile was prized too. So we will shuffle our prizes. And we will go ahead and bench that Sobble and then play Training Court. Use Training Court to put water back to my hand. And I will attach to Origin Form Palkia V. And I will rule the region to search my deck for a Stadium card and put it into my hand.
I just had a thought that I am very thankful that you are playing Isaiah Bradner's list, which does not play the Temple of Sinnoh.
Yes.
I am not running a stadium in this list currently.
Oh, that would be bad for you for sure.
It's cool though. Nobody's playing that card.
Oh yeah,
we're chilling, bro. Yeah, we're chilling. You could always jam a stadium in here, but for my first list, I just wanted to work as smoothly as possible. So we got a lot of consistency cards in here. Cool. I will draw for turn, and I'll use Trekking Shoes to look at the top card of my deck. I will definitely put that into the discard pile.
Perfect target.
Grab the next card. The next card is Hisuian Heavy Ball. So I will play Hisuian Heavy Ball, which allows me to look at my prizes, and I've got a Magikarp, and I've got Radiant Hawlucha in the prizes, as well as some useful supporter cards. As you can see here, we're definitely going to grab the Magikarp. We put the heavy ball in and then shuffle those up. Lay them back out. And the Magikarp comes to my hand. I will attach the Twin Energy to my brave 30 hit points Magikarp and use Professor's Research to discard a Magikarp and a Gyarados and draw 7 cards. I find a Cinccino off of the research. Cinccino can use its Make Do ability to discard a card from my hand and draw 2 more cards. That is great for getting Magikarps into the discard pile. So I will evolve my Minccino into Cinccino, and then I will use Cinccino's Make Do ability to discard Magikarp and draw 2 more cards. Then let's see. What do I got going on here? I will bench Primate Wisdom Oranguru. And I will use... Man, what do I want to do here? It's fine. We are going to... That's fine. Thinking that I want to... Alright, cool. I'm going to use Primate Wisdom to put the Rescue Carrier on top of my deck, and then find an Ultra Ball, which is fine. Then I will use Quick Ball to discard Ultra Ball and reorder my deck. I would desperately like to find my Manaphy.
Ah, yes. Seems important.
I'm going to put Manaphy straight onto the bench and take advantage of its Wave Veil ability to protect my benched Pokemon from Jesse's Radiant Greninja's Moonlight Shuriken attack. I'm feeling pretty good about...
Hoping you didn't get that this turn.
I'm feeling pretty good about my board state right now. I've only got 3... Well, I've got 4. That's not bad. I have got 2 Magikarp and 2 Gyarados in my discard pile. So I am doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 130 damage. I will attach Choice Belts, and I will use Raging Fin for 160 damage.
All right, that's pretty scary. Draw for turn. I will use Shady Dealings. Search my deck for trainer card. I think Arita is the grab here. I will go ahead and grab Arita, and I will play Arita. Search my deck for a water Pokemon and an item card. I will grab Palkia VSTAR and Capacious Buckets. I will then play my Capacious Buckets for 2 water energy. All right, and then, I will actually play Echo Horn to put that Magikarp onto your bench.
No.
Kind of disrupt you a little bit and reduce your damage.
Oh, that is tough.
I will use Concealed Cards to discard a water and draw 2 cards. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking here. Let's see. I could Level Ball for the Zigzagoon, and then I could Scoop Up Net and do it again, and then I would need another Scoop Up Net. No, that's not going to work out. So let's just play another Capacious Bucket. Go grab 2 water. Do not believe... No, I am going back in. So let's go ahead and Level Ball for Drizzile. Use Shady Dealings for a Quick Ball. Put that into my hand. I will then go back into my deck. I will Quick Ball away a Battle VIP Pass for a Palkia V. Put that onto my bench. Okay, I will attach for turn, evolve to Origin Form Palkia VSTAR, and yeah, then I will just Subspace Swell for 260 damage. That is quite the overkill on your over knockout on your
No, yeah. Magikarp, no. That's fine with me. Let me see here. What do I got? Now I have 4 again in the discard pile, which means that I'm doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 130 plus 160 is enough. Right? Right. Yes.
Yes.
I will promote Magikarp and draw for turn. I am going to use Primate Wisdom to put the double... Well, let me think about that real quick. That's fine. There's really no reason to attack with Ditto here when I can just attack with Magikarp and it's like the same thing. So, yes. All right. Huh. All right. I'm going to use Primate Wisdom to put Ultra Ball on top of my deck. And I find a Level Ball, which is awesome. Then I can use Level Ball to search my deck for a Pokemon that has 90 hit points or less. So I am going to set up a second Cinccino. I think that is my main prerogative. Allow me to draw more cards. So I'm going to get a Minccino, and I'm going to put it straight onto my bench. Then I am going to use Scoop Up Nets to pick up my Oranguru and put it back down, which is going to allow me to use Primate Wisdom again this turn if I'd like. Attach Twin Energy to Magikarp and Professor's Research for a draw of 7. I didn't find any Pokemon, but I do find some search cards. Let me see how many I have in the discard pile now. Still got 4. Would like to get another. So there's the Magikarp in the active, and there's one more Magikarp in my deck. Cool. So I am going to Quick Ball away Ultra Ball. And I'm going to find Magikarp and put it into my hand. Then I'm going to use Cinccino's Make Do ability to discard the Magikarp and draw 2 cards off the top of my deck. Those are two pretty good cards. I am liking the look of this hand, so I don't think that there's anything else that I necessarily want to do. I am just going to use Brave Little Magikarp's Raging Fin Attack to take the knockouts and 2 prizes.
Okay, I'm going to promote Drizzile, draw. Okay, I'm going to start things off with a Capacious Bucket, just to thin my deck of the rest of the water energies. There appears to be one left. It's fine. Grab that. And you always want to start off with a nice little concealed cards just to, you know, see what you got before you go Shady Dealings. I think that's why the Training Court is pretty good, because it lets you more liberally use the Radiant Greninja without running out of energy. So I will go ahead and just do it now. I will use Training Court to get a water, and then I will use Concealed Cards to discard it and draw 2 cards. Okay. Got quite a lot of options here. I will go ahead and play Arita, search my deck for a water Pokemon and an item card yet again. I will go ahead and grab Cross Switcher and Shady Dealings and Teleon. Put those into my hand. I will go back into the deck. I will use okay, perfect. I will use Shady Dealings to search my deck for 2 item cards. Put them in my hand. I will take Scoop Up Net and Evolution Incense. I will go back into my deck. I will play Evolution Incense to search my deck for a Palkia VSTAR. I will go back into my deck yet again. I will play actually no I won't. Will evolve to Origin Form Palkia V-Star. And I actually will Scoop Up Net this Inteleon here and promote Palkia. And then I will Shady Dealings to go search my deck again. For Scoop Up Net and Level Ball, I will then play Level Ball to go search my deck for Galarian Zigzagoon.
Okay.
And then I will shuffle up for good this time.
You sure?
I am sure. I am sure. I didn't think I needed to Shady Dealings again, but I actually did. And then I will use Star Portal to put 3 water energies from my discard pile on my Pokemon in any way I'd like. And then I will Headbutt Tantrum Magikarp. And then play Scoop Up Net and use Headbutt Tantrum on Magikarp again. And then you play Scoop Up Net and use Headbutt Tantrum on Magikarp again.
No.
To take the knockout. And then you will promote a Pokemon.
Okay.
And then I will use Cross Switcher on Ditto.
Sure. It's a pretty good turn.
Bench Sobble. And then I do not believe I have attached for turn yet, so I will attach to Palkia VSTAR. And then I will Aqua Bullet for the knockout.
Okay, so Jesse down to 3 prizes left. That is tough, as he took out both of my attackers this turn. I'm going to promote Chinchino and draw. And we are going to do some stuff. I'm going to play Level Ball to take a look at my deck and see, do I have that second Scoop Up Net in the deck? I do. So it's possible for me to launch a meaningful attack this turn. I'm going to use Level Ball to get Chinchino out of my deck and evolve the Minchino on my bench. Hey, Simple Engineer, my Mewtwo list was actually awesome, and you're a hater, bro, so chill out.
I got sauced by that deck.
I'm just saying, you weren't even here, bro, and you're just coming in being a hater, so yeah, I'm telling you, the Lunatone and the Soul Rock, you are being a hater. They told you what kind of deck I built, and you literally said, ew, you're being a hater. Yes, there is a hater detected, and it's you. It was insane, bro. Go back and watch the VOD. It was nuts. I'm telling you, quit being a hater and go watch it. Yeah, well, maybe you had maybe your list was scuffed. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, anyways, quit being a hater. Go watch it, and then get back to me. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna carry on. Cool.
Astro Radiance vibes.
Let's see. I'm going to thin my deck a little bit more. I am going to Ultra Ball away Gyarados and Peonia. And I'm going to go find the other Gyarados in my deck. And at this point, I have all 4 Gyarados.
That's kind of scary.
And I have all 4 Magikarp.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy cow.
Cool.
That's like 240 damage.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to kick things off with Chinchino's Make Do. I'm going to Make Do away my Gyarados and draw 2 cards. Then I am going to use... This is a tough decision. I am going to use Zinnia's Resolve, and I am going to... Am I going to use Zinnia's Resolve? All right. Almost.
I try to put you in the most awkward spot possible by knocking
This
out
is
both
fine. All right. I am going to use my second... No,
Psyduck down.
No, he fell. No.
Psyduck just fell
My
down.
giant Psyduck just fell.
It just went thump.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, microphone listeners. I'm having a really dry throat moment. All right. I apologize. Okay. I will use my second Make Do to discard Professor's Research and draw 2 more cards. And then I will use Zinnia's Resolve to discard Boss's Orders and Level Ball and draw 6 cards. 1,
pretty good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And thankfully, we did find
That's what you were looking for.
That Scoop Up Net. Thank goodness.
Otherwise, you would not have. You would have had to go in with the Cinchino.
I will bench Ditto, and I will bench another Ditto. And I will use Scoop Up Nets on my Chinchino, put it into my hand, promote Ditto, and I will attach double turbo energy since I'm knocking out a single prize Pokemon. It doesn't really matter. Let's take a look at the supporters I have in my discard pile. Do I have both bosses' orders there? No, just one. That's fine. I am going to go to 3 prizes, though, so I think I'm going to bench my Minccino again, and I am going to use Palpad to shuffle just the boss's orders into the deck.
It kind of feels like Mad Party's cousin.
Right. What is the Ditto's ability's name?
Sudden Transformation.
There we go, yes. Let's count them out.
More like Sudden Copy. It's not really... I guess it is kind of transforming to attack.
Cool. And with 4 Magikarp and 4 Gyarados in the discard pile,
Holy cow.
I will use Ditto's Sudden Transformation ability to copy Magikarp's Raging Fin and
For
do
how much?
230 damage with the double turbo.
Holy cow.
And I will take one prize.
That is one way to knock out an Inteleon. I will go ahead and promote my Origin Form Palkia VSTAR. I will draw. All I'm really looking to do here is establish a third and final Palkia VSTAR. So I will go ahead and Shady Dealings. Search my deck for any card that I want, pretty much. A trainer. I will grab a Quick Ball. I will go back into the deck. I will play said Quick Ball to discard a Hisuian Heavy Ball to go grab a Palkia V. I'm going to go back in, so I will forego shuffling. I will attach a energy to Origin Form Palkia V on the bench. I will then just go ahead and play Roxanne.
Okay.
To put you down to 2 cards.
Yeah, that's not great. I do have Choice Belt and Twin Energy in the deck.
That can get you up that 280.
It can.
Man, the fact that you have the ability to do that is kind of wild.
I definitely can do it. I have got 1 Make Do established, and I've got a Primate Wisdom to let me see a few cards.
The Make Do is going to help after getting Roxanne for sure.
Yes. I do think that Chinchino's better than Bibarel in this deck. The
Need
synergy,
ways to force your things in the discard pile for sure.
Right. The synergy is very strong. You can also use its attack in a pinch.
Yeah.
Just to soften something up.
Because you can get up to like the low 200 range pretty good. So that with like a Choice Belt's doing 70.
It's not bad. Yeah. And I get
draw
just
6.
2 cards.
Okay. I will immediately play VIP Pass so I could potentially use this again.
Take it back.
He's on top of it. I will play Palpad to shuffle Roxanne back into my deck. And honestly, I'm just going to put that back in my deck. Just Roxanne. Not interested in muddling up my deck with extra Aritas. I still have that Radiant Greninja ability available, so I will utilize the Training Court to draw some cards. I will use Training Court to put a Water Energy into my hand and use Concealed Cards to discard it right back, draw 2 cards. I will then use Subspace Swell for 260 damage.
And Jesse goes down to 2 prizes. I'll promote Ditto and draw. Off of the Roxanne, I got the perfect hand.
Oh my goodness.
With Trekking Shoes and Cynthia's Ambition. So I'm going to play Cynthia's Ambition. And since a Pokemon was knocked out, I get to draw 6 cards off the top of my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 more. 8. That hand does not have what I need yet, but it is possible for me to get the cards that I need. I am going to use Ultra Ball, and I'm going to discard Snorlax and Tisui and Heavy Ball. And we are going to get the only Pokemon in my deck,
You can pretty much guarantee it.
Chinchino. And at this point,
Pretty much guaranteeing
I
it.
can draw out every card in my deck, every single card in my deck. I can guarantee it because of the
shoes.
Oranguru.
Oh, the Oranguru, yeah.
And the shoes, yes.
Wow.
I
That's
can
impressive.
draw every card in my deck. So I will use... Wow, this is insane. I will use Make Do once to discard Trekking Shoes and draw 2 cards. And then I will use Make Do a second time to discard Quick Ball and draw 2 cards. And then I would have missed it, but I have got Primate Wisdom. So
It's perfect because it's not decking you out either.
It's not. I can put a card on top of my deck. I am going to place this card on top of my deck and take this card here. Very nice.
Very nice.
And sure enough, with only 1 card left in deck, I will put Choice Belt onto my Ditto. I will put Twin Energy onto my Ditto. And last piece, I will play Rescue Carrier to get a Ditto from my discard pile and put it onto my bench so that I have a backup attacker for next turn. And then I am going to use my Ditto to copy Magikarp's Raging Fin. And with 4 Magikarp and 4 Gyarados in the discard pile and the Choice Belt, I am doing 280 damage for the 1-hit KO.
That is, wow, okay. Palkia just got bodied by a fish. Okay, let's see. All right, so I just got to promote Palkia. How many cards you got in that hand?
I have got 6 cards in hand, 1 card in deck.
I could Roxanne you again.
You can Roxanne me. I think you have to.
I also could Marnie, but that doesn't really do anything. I'm going to Evolution Incense to get... I don't have any... Oh, I could Concealed Cards into it. I will fail the Evolution Incense. No, I won't. No, I dial back.
Okay.
All right, so I will play Evolution Incense, search my deck for a Palkia VSTAR, put it into my hand. And then I will evolve Palkia V to Palkia V-Star. I will use Training Court to put an energy back to my hand from my discard pile. I will use Concealed Cards to discard a card from my hand and draw 2 cards, or a energy. Okay. I will attach a water energy here. And then I'll just Quick Ball away Battle VIP Pass and fail it. And then I will bench Manaphy. I'll Tool Scrapper the Choice Belt.
Sure.
Why not? And then I will Marnie.
Okay. So I only have 1 card in deck. I will shuffle up my 6-card hand. Would you like to cut it?
That's okay.
All right. So then I will draw 4.
I will play Evolution Incense just to shuffle my deck up a little bit. And then looks like it's a subspace ball for me for 260 damage.
All right.
Go
So
down to
the
1
Ditto
prize.
goes down at 1-to-1 prizes. I promote my Ditto. I draw for turn. I attach double turbo energy. Use boss's orders on your Sobble. And use Ditto to copy Raging Fin for a knockout and
Wow.
game.
Impressive.
Dude,
Dude,
that was sick.
that was a Magikarp deck. Game 1.
Yeah.
Looking pretty strong.
Let's go.
So yeah, I there we go. So I was like, at first I was like, okay, I want to gust this Manaphy because you had a rescue carrier in the discard pile.
Right.
Force him to find the rescue carrier to get the Manaphy back. But then I was like, I actually kind of like going for the knocking out the 2 because I just need to get ahead on prizes.
Yeah.
So knocking out the 2 attackers, I felt like was going to be a better, like, if I knock out the Manaphy, all you need to do is find your rescue carrier and you're chilling.
Right.
If I do that play, you need to, like, I felt like there was less of a chance. I wasn't sure how many scoop up nets you played.
It was really tough for me to do
that
play.
I was like, I just win this game if you miss an attack here, and I thought maybe there was a good chance of you missing an attack. Also, knocking out the Ditto doesn't help power up your attacker, and like. So I went for that play. So I think
it was
I think it was the best play.
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
I like the Bradner has 3 scoop up nets in the deck. That feels
good.
nice.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, and like it makes it so your Palkia can like reach numbers that it just feels like you shouldn't be able to reach. So, but on the single prize side of things, trying to utilize your Inteleon and the Manaphy definitely like is a savior there because like if he can get that down early, if I can't use Greninja, the game gets really hard for me. It's hard to deal with these single prize decks. So. Yeah,
definitely.
But that was good though. You got those guys in the disc. That was like turn 3, turn 4. You had almost all of them in there.
Yeah, on the first couple turns, it's just like Mad Party. On the first couple turns, you're kind of like you're building up.
The deck can feel extremely broken sometimes.
And then at the end of the game, you're just going smack. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's definitely pretty cool. I like that Ditto's got 70 hit points, not this like weakling little guy.
Yeah, 30 HP is definitely a little bit sus, but on the Magikarps, just because that can happen. And there's so many Pokemon that have like a 10, 20 damage attack, so then they're just like one little ping away from getting knocked out. But at the end of the game, you're just attacking with a Ditto, so you don't really care at the end of the game.
You don't really care. In fact, there was opportunities where I could have scoop up netted the Magikarp and like then discarded it,
Sure,
but I decided I was like, what are the odds that he triple pings it? I did get punished that way.
Yeah.
But it was fine. The deck does run 2 scoop up nets and 2 rescue carriers. So that's like it's pretty good flexibility.
Okay. I like
Since
that,
it is a single prize deck, scoop up net moves everybody in the deck. And, of course, if worse comes to worse, you can always retreat, but you really don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, and just being able, like you said, to reposition the Magikarp, you start Magikarp, you can, like, scoop it up, discard it with Cinccino, attack with the Ditto, which is just a better thing to attack with in general, because you want to... but, yeah, I definitely, like... It wasn't that crazy how many cards I got out of my deck that turn. I Shady Dealings twice, so I got 5 trainers that I wanted out of my deck, plus the Arita got me a 6th trainer and another Pokemon. It just like it's insane the amount of like things you can do on one turn with this deck. Like it's so crazy. Like, and I still am amazed by that. Even like I didn't play this version of Palkia at NAIC, but I still just had those turns even with the version I played that like. It just feels like you do so
feels
much.
You can literally,
like, it's
your
crazy.
turn's never ending.
It just feels like yeah. But anyways, so
feels broken.
It does feel broken.
Cool. Let's get into game 2.
All right. Yep.
I'm definitely stoked at this deck's ability to fish. Get it? To fish the Pokemon you need out of the prizes. I was able to use Hisuian Heavy Ball to go get a Magikarp. I had Peonia in my hand on a turn that I could have used it to go get Gyarados, but I had actually just drawn it naturally off the prizes, so I didn't have to do it. But it was an option I had available to me, which also felt good.
Yeah, you have time to do that being a single prize deck, just because you can sack a couple prizes without the game getting too far away from you, just because you trade so well. But all right, I will choose to go first this game.
Sounds good.
Draw 4. I have no basic.
Okay.
Whoa.
Woo. Whoa.
I don't know what happened there. Cards have a mind of their own, I tell you.
Cool. Definitely feels like this deck is tight on space. It's tough to fit everything that you want to fit in here. You got to play a lot of Ball Search, obviously, because you want a very explosive engine that can go get all of the dudes out. I think we got 4 Quick Ball, 4 Level Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, and 2 Hisuian Heavy Ball. So it's a lot of basic search. And then just a 2/2 Cinccino.
I'd be interested to see how like a Mad Party list would do with that Ditto. I mean, I feel like it would get a little bit stronger.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it'd be
similar
interested
thing.
to see. Yeah.
Yep.
No basic.
No. All right.
That was one thing. I was listening to Azul talk about how he was able to win and like against Bradner, and like Bradner played. He didn't have. There's not a whole lot of Pokemon in this deck. Like there really isn't. Like there's just 3 Palkia, 3 Sobble. There's like no Crobat, no Luminion, and then just like your tech guys like like Greninja and Manaphy and Zigzagoon. That's it. So like you don't have a whole lot of basic Pokemon in this deck, so it can definitely mulligan a few times.
Wasn't it Azul that mulliganed?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But it was something he said he kept in mind because like even just knocking out like a Zigzagoon meant that like it caps his damage because like there's only so many Pokemon he can like put onto his bench. But like yeah, I mean it can definitely but this Palkia list compared to others, I feel like I've been mulliganing more than others.
There aren't nearly as many basics for sure.
So
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, comparing this deck to Mad Party, it's interesting. It requires less deck space in some ways. Obviously, with Mad Party, you have your 4 Bonnelby, you have your Sinistes.
Maybe you don't need to play like the Sinistes.
I don't think you need to play Sinistes anymore, right?
But then again, establishing like, I mean, I think in general you would just rather have like a Cinccino or a Bibarel, and then because like. It just made sense to play Sinistes before, but you potentially don't need them anymore.
Yes. Mellow Magikarp in the chat says this deck is better because of Magikarp. That's fair.
That's a fair that's a fair assessment, You don't get to play Magikarp in the Mad Party deck. All right, I do have a basic. I'm going first.
Cool.
So just take one.
I'll take 1 mulligan.
Okay. All right, good luck.
And I will bench it so that I don't get dunked.
Perfect.
Yes.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I will draw for turn. All right. So I will go ahead and immediately bench this Sobble and then quick ball away Manaphy for would like to get Radiant Greninja here, but let's just check to see what's prized first, see if I potentially need to be using my Heavy Ball this turn. Let's see. Got all the Drizziles, all the Sobbles, all the Palkias. That's what we like to see. So we didn't really prize the Pokemon here. Not going to stress too hard about finding everything, but let's just... I could get another Sobble, or I kind of like getting Sobble here. I think I'm going to just take the safer route and get Sobble. And then next turn I can get the Greninja with that Rita. So yeah, we'll go ahead and grab Sobble. Okay. Attach water to Palkia and pass.
Cool. What does Magikarp's first attack do? Lively grouping. Search your deck for any number of Magikarp and put them into your hand. Holy broken.
You can get all your Magikarps out?
What? That's nuts. All right.
That's actually insane.
I'm going to draw for turn. And I am going to kick things off with a Hisuian Heavy Ball. Let's see if I've got anything good in the prizes. Oh, my.
That's...
Yeah.
You got a selection there. You got a selection to make.
Oh, lordy.
Looks like you need a couple more Hisuian heavy balls.
That's fine. We do play
2.
We play two. We play 2. Oh man. There's too many choices here. Cool. I'm gonna grab the Snorlax. But having both Cinccino in the prizes.
What's your Cinccino line again?
2/2.
Ah. All right.
Yes, that's not great. Gonna bench Snorlax. And I will use Level Ball to search my deck. And we're gonna grab all the stuff that's all the stuff that's not Minccino. I wish I could get Mincinos. Oh my goodness. We'll get Manaphy. And then I'll attach double turbo energy to my Magikarp. Let's see. I will attach double turbo energy to the Magikarp. I'm going to play Level Ball again. And this is where my Mincinos would go if I had one. Instead, I will simply get another Ditto, put it onto the bench. And then I'm going to burn this final Level Ball and shuffle my deck. Now, I do play Peonia in this list, so it's possible for me to potentially go get those lazy Minccino out
getting the Hisuian heavy ball to use again would be good.
Yes, it's possible. Anyways, I'm going to retreat my Carp into Snorlax, and I'm going to use Snorlax's Gourmandize ability to end my turn and draw 5 cards.
I will draw for turn. Interesting. I will play Irida, search my deck for a water Pokemon, and an item card. As much as I want to grab another Scoop of Net and just like Zigzagoon ping a bunch, that would be unwise. So I'm going to grab a... Definitely an Origin Form Palkia VSTAR seems correct. And then probably just a Level Ball so I can Drizzile. Since I have the Scoop of Net in my hand, I can use it twice. So I'm going to, grab Origin Form Palkia VSTAR and Level Ball. And then play Level Ball to go search for a Drizzile. And then Shady Dealings to search my deck for a trainer card. I will grab a Capacious Bucket. I will then play the Capacious Bucket to put 2 water energy into my hand. And then I will go back into the deck. I will use Scoop Up Net. Put Sobble back down. Use Shady Dealings to go into the deck. Search for a trainer card yet again. I'm looking to get that Radiant Greninja out of the deck, so let's grab a Quick Ball. I will grab Quick Ball, and then I will play Quick Ball to discard a... Let's discard a Zigzagoon. Since I had to use a quick Scoop Up Net, it's unlikely I'm going to be able to get that crazy Headbutt Tantrum play this game. So let's grab a Radiant Greninja. I'll use Great Radiant Greninja's concealed cards, discard a water, and draw 2. I'll evolve to Palkia VSTAR, and then I will attach a water for turn onto Palkia, and I will use Subspace Swell for 20, 40, 60. Enough damage, yes. Plenty of damage.
All right, Snorlax hits the bin. I am going to promote Ditto and draw for turn. I'm going to use Zinnia's Resolve, discarding Gyarados and Magikarp, and I will draw 4 cards from the top of my deck. I have a pretty sizable hand now. With Trekking Shoes, I can launch an attack because I've got a Magikarp in my discard pile. Not a lot of damage yet, though. I'll use Trekking Shoes to look at the top card of my deck, and I will put that into my hand. Then I will use Scoop Up Nets to get this Magikarp from the discard. I'll use Scoop Up Nets, get this Magikarp from my bench into my hands. And then I can use Ultra Ball to discard Magikarp and Gyarados. And I am going to search my deck for anybody who can help me out. I think we're going to get Oranguru. The Oranguru can use Primate Wisdom, and I would love to have my Cinchinos set up, but with 2 Minccino prize, I absolutely had to use the Hisuian Heavy Ball early to get the Snorlax so that I could draw cards. So I'm kind of living on the edge here. I can use Primate Wisdom to put a card on top of my deck and draw a new card. That's fine.
That's kind of awkward.
And then, yeah, it's like, that's cool. I'll save it for next turn. It's nice to know it's there. I'll attach Twin Energy and Choice Belts to my Ditto. And then I am going to use Ditto's, funny transformation?
Yeah. Sudden transformation.
All right. I'm going to use Ditto's sudden transformation ability to copy Magikarp's Raging Fin, which will do 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 160 damage with the Choice Belt.
All right. Draw for turn. I will Quick Ball away Battle VIP Pass. So one nice thing about this list is it's pretty easy to know what to discard off your Quick Balls. Definitely the extra VIP passes are perfect targets. I will grab another Origin Form Palkia VSTAR. I will then go back into the deck by playing Irida. Search my deck for a Water Pokemon and a item card. Capacious Bucket and Drizzile are both looking pretty good, so I will go ahead and grab those 2. And then I'm going to go back into the deck, play Capacious Bucket. Two more waters. I will then use Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards ability to discard a water and draw 2 cards. Cool. I will then use Shady Dealings to search my deck for an item card. I will grab... Let's see. Do not have access to my Inteleon, unfortunately. So we will just go ahead and grab...
Do you want to take back the shady dealings?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just get a Melanie out of the discard pile for next turn. Then, I could gust up your Manaphy and knock that out, but is it worth it? Haven't played any rescue carrier yet, so I kind of just like dealing with this threat right now. I will just go ahead and let's scoop up net this, play it back down, and then I will go ahead and subspace swell for the knockout.
All right. Jesse goes to 4 prizes. I'm going to promote my Ditto and draw. I'm going to use Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card of my deck, and I want that. So I'm going to put it into my hand. I'm going to bench Radiant Halucha, even though, it's not really doing anything here. Just need to draw more cards. I'm going to attach the double turbo energy, and I'm going to use Palpad to put Zinnias back into my deck.
So now you're doing
not enough.
110.
But we're going to try and hopefully hit a discard here. That would be great. Okay. And I'm going to use Cynthia's Ambition to draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank goodness. I found that second Hisuian Heavy Ball, because I can use Hisuian Heavy Ball to go check my prizes again. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, all right. So I'm in this weird spot where I kind of have to get the Ditto, actually, so that I have an attacker to promote next turn.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab the Ditto. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get the Chinchinos set up eventually. They're still swimming around in there.
You're just testing out the list that, like, if you didn't have any onboard draw support.
It's fine. I'm going to bench my Ditto, and then I am going to Ultra Ball away a Magikarp and a Gyarados. And I'm going to take a look at my deck. And I'm going to go get another Magikarp. And then I'm going to Quick Ball away that Magikarp. And I don't think that there are any more basic Pokemon in my deck. So that is where...
Guess that's kind of like a good and bad thing, because you got your Magikarps in the discard pile. But
right. Yes, yes. It is good. It is good. Cool. Feeling pretty good about this. I am going to use Primate Wisdom finally to put a Zinnia's Resolve on top of my deck in case I get Marnied. And then I am going to use Ditto's Sudden Transformation ability to copy Magikarp's Raging Fin. And I'm doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 plus 10, 22, minus 20 for the double turbo, 200 damage, and I'm taking the knockouts.
All right. I will then promote Palkia V, draw. I'll evolve the Palkia VSTAR. This is looking like just a Melanie from me that I grabbed last turn because I would like to not use my Star Portal until I'm ready to use it with this or my Inteleon once I find it. I'd like to save that, so I'm going to use Melanie to accelerate a Water Energy onto Palkia VSTAR. Draw 3 cards. I will then use Shady Dealings to search my deck for a trainer card. Not an easy way to get another Palkia V out of my deck. So I'm just going to grab a Training Quartz. And I will use Concealed Cards from Radiant Greninja to discard and draw 2. Play Training Court, use that to put the water back to my hand. I will attach for turn. Suppose I'll just play this to get the Hisuian Heavy Ball just to get it out of my hand. Take a look at those cards that are prized. I will fail that. Okay. And honestly, I kind of want to scoop up this Radiant Greninja and use it again. Because I really would like to get another Palkia V down, if I can. So I think I'm going to. It seems fine. Let's scoop up that Radiant Greninja. Bench it again, and use Concealed Cards again to draw 2 cards. Okay. I'll play Palpad to shuffle Melanie and Arita back into my deck. It's fine, it's fine. If I just if I find my Inteleon off the prizes here, that's good. If I find my Concealed Cards next turn could get me into... I'm basically just in a really bad spot if you're able to knock this thing out next turn, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So
probably not.
So I will just go ahead and Subspace Swell for the knockout.
Cool. Jesse goes to 3 prizes. I'll promote Ditto and draw. And only 4 Pokemon in play. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. I will use... That's fine. I'm going to use Zinnia's Resolve to discard a Chinchino and Zinnia from my hand and draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then... Okay. Not great. I can bench Minchino. I kind of need to... I need to Primate Wisdom into an energy here. It's kind of what the what the vibe is.
I run a little dry on energy.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now.
Hit it every time.
Let's use Primate Wisdom. We did not find it. I think there's some pretty good stuff in my prizes. But no, it's too late to Peonia. We can't Peonia here. So let's use Rescue Carrier. I'm going to get Ditto and Chinchino back from my discard pile to my hand. And then I am going to pass it to you.
All right. I will use Shady Dealings. I was able to find that off my prizes, thankfully. I will just take Cross Switcher and Melanie.
Sure.
And then I will use my Star Portal ability to put 3 water energies from my discard pile onto my Pokemon. I will go 1, 2, and 3. I will then use Training Court, put a water energy in my hand, attach for turn. I'll then Cross Switcher up Manaphy. And I will simply Aqua Bullet for the knockout.
Cool. Jesse goes down to 2 prizes left. It's not looking good for me because that one missed knockout is going to set me behind in the trade, unfortunately. Not having access to my Chinchino until just now is, I think, proving to be pretty rough. I've got Rescue Carrier to bring the Manaphy back, so I will do that. And I will Ultra Ball away. Let's see. I will... I know there's an energy in my prizes. If I Peonia for them and miss, that's going to feel quite bad. So, you know, let's live a little. I'll use Peonia. Huh.
Oh. Well.
I'll rewind that.
Yeah, let's rewind that. I was going to say, I don't think I remember seeing it.
I thought there was an energy in there, but I guess there
rewind.
wasn't. All right, rewind that. Yeah, we want it to be authentic.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to Ultra Ball away Peonia and Boss's Orders.
Sure.
And I'm going to search my deck for that Gyarados. And I'm going to put it into my hand. And then I'm going to use Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 new cards. And I can use Chinchino's Make Do ability to discard Quick Ball and draw 2 more cards. I have the Twin Energy that I need, and I can use the Ditto's Sudden Transformation ability to copy Magikarp's Raging Fin, and I am attacking for a full 250 damage for the knockouts.
Yes. Draw. I will use Concealed Cards, discard a card and an energy, and draw 2 cards. We'll play Level Ball. Get a Sobble out of my deck and bench it. And then I will just play Melanie to accelerate a water to my Palkia and draw 3 cards. And then I will use the training court, put a water into my hand.
Okay.
Attach to Greninja for turn. And I will just Moonlight Shuriken the active for 90 damage.
Cool. Funny enough, I actually have a route here. I will draw. I don't think that you play Raihan in there. Right?
No.
All right. So I'll use Boss's Orders on Palkia.
Uh-oh.
And I'll attach Choice Belt to my Ditto. And I'll attach
I have potentially found a way to lose this game.
Twin Energy to my Ditto. Then I will bench Minchino. And I will use Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card of my deck. Discard it. Draw the next. Looks fine to me. And
oh, no. What have I done?
I will use Ditto's Sudden Transformation ability to copy Magikarp's Raging Fin and knock out Palkia for 280 damage, going down to just 1 prize card remaining.
Uh-oh. Okay. I have made critical error. Definitely, like, thought there was no way I could lose this game, and I should have just attacked with the Palkia, because I should have been able to see that. Uh-oh. All right, so let's go here, draw, and I will use Training Court, put an energy into my hand, and then I will attach to Radiant Greninja, and then I will oh man.
You bring up the fattest guy possible.
Let me Evolution Incense. Fail that. Yeah, but I can't even do that because I still can't knock it out next turn. So I have to, like, just bring up a guy that I can knock out with the Moonlight Shuriken. So I will just cross switch her up Radiant Halucha, sure.
Okay.
And then Tool Scrapper.
Yep.
That's a pass from me.
I will draw for turn, and I will use Scoop Up Nets.
Oh,
and Ditto
my
will
gosh.
copy Raging Fin for the knockouts and a 2-0 victory.
Wow. Okay. That's on me. That's on me, guys. That's definitely on me. I played like a doofus. But you saw the route and you went and got it, so that was good. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, I'm a little bit salty about that one. Not gonna lie, a little bit salty about that one.
I think that one slipped away from you, Jesse. Yeah,
I did.
It was right there.
Whenever I do that, whenever I do something like that, I always think back to when I played Jimmy Pendarvis at a League Cup, and he said to me, Jesse, you're doing everything you can to lose this game. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like, I go for a line that I don't need to go for, and like I do something stupid, and like he was saying it in a funny way, you know, because we were just like having a good time.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, after the game, I was like, you're right. Like I definitely should not have went for that. But you know what? I always think about that when I do stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I need to think how. I need to be thinking, and I was actually thinking this a lot at NAIC, and I thought I did a pretty good job at NAIC of not doing what I just did, but I'm like, how do I lose this game? Is there any way I can lose this game?
Right.
And yeah, that was definitely a one way I could lose the game. Like
right.
For some reason, I was thinking you would know there was no way you could do 280 damage. Like I was like,
no, I
way.
can't.
You know, it's I guess I just gotta like get sauced by the carp deck enough, and
I think you know, you get sauced by the carp enough, and then you know. Make sure that doesn't happen again.
You obviously did what you needed to do to win, so props to you. But,
yeah, that was
some good carp content.
Dude, this is our first draft carp list, and it untested completely.
Ditto's looking pretty strong. Not gonna lie,
it did everything it needed to do.
I also saw. I'm getting a lot of ideas right now. Maybe this Pokemon Go set's gonna be. I'm gonna be playing some PCGO this weekend myself.
Yes.
Someone was saying, Durant could use it too. Oh wait, no. You need Durant on the field to.
But Durant can still use it.
You can still use it. Yeah.
You're just in the active, and then that's it.
It's just like, another thing. So that's actually interesting.
And Mad Party.
Yeah.
So Mad Party. You don't have to play Sinistea anymore, which is like one of the biggest liabilities of the deck. It's only got 30 hit points.
Yeah, right.
So you don't have to play that anymore. You just ditch everything. What does Shedinja do? Everybody keeps saying Ditto Shedinja.
Yeah, let's do a little research.
What is? Yeah, I'm gonna do my own research. What does Shedinja do?
It got Raticate's attack. So
that
for 3
stuff
colorless,
is so
colorless. It's a very strong effect.
Terrible, bro.
And to get it, and the fact that you can like cheat it with a Ditto means you can like do that with.
No.
And you use the Garbodor that like poisons if there's a stadium.
Oh. It needs
actually
3
not
energy.
No. Well, yes,
it needs 3 energy.
Yes.
No.
You're gonna be building that on PCGO and give it a couple weeks.
A couple weeks, but no. Mad Party is just way better.
Chat
than
will
this.
convince you eventually.
Mad Party or Magikarp Party. Yeah, whichever one you want, but like not that, okay?
You definitely got some stuff there's some things I need to consider for Worlds format for sure. I was like Pokemon Go set, and there's some cute stuff in there. I don't need to worry about it. But now I'm like taking a second look. Like I might have to like look at that Mewtwo. I might have to look at that Lunatone Solrock. Now I gotta look at Carp.
I think it's like,
but yeah,
I think the single prizers are getting better.
They are.
Duraludon is like the major gatekeeper of the single prizers in the format. If Duraludon, and then there's the
Palkia does a really good job. Like I was thinking, like if I had Tool Scrapper in this deck, that would be like, I think like I feel like that would be like. I mean, you could play Scrapper in there to counter that too, but
or
like
a third choice spell. There's only 2 in here.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, just giving my Palkia a way to like survive an attack turn. But I mean, I think Tool Scrapper is just insane in Palkia. That was the one thing about Isaiah's deck that I really wanted to put in is like a Tool Jammer, because I just feel like Jammer is so good against so many things right now.
Tool Jammer would have been very good against my deck.
It would have been very good there. Like I actually was thinking like, oh, I can just go get Jammer to throw on this Palkia so it's protected from like a boss. But I was like, oh, it doesn't have it. But I get why I didn't play it. His team went with a more like aggressive route of just strong turn 1, turn 2, knockout.
For sure.
So yeah, but yeah, that's definitely something I gotta be keeping my eye on for sure. Just the Ditto in general, not necessarily the Magikarp, but the Ditto is something I gotta look at. Definitely gotta be doing one of those PCGO scroll through basic Pokemon and like non-Mobox Pokemon and look at the Psychic Pokemon for Lunatone and Solrock too.
Yeah, the Pogo set's just like kind of good.
It's kind of crazy actually. Yeah,
it's
there's a lot of cool stuff in it.
I think I'm like loving.
You could play like the Pokestop in there too if you wanted to.
You definitely could.
I mean, you might discard some energy, but you can. It would be.
That's like the big thing about Pokestop. I feel like Pokestop's a stadium card that's going to be no. I think it's very good, but I think it's good in decks where you want to discard the energy. That's like where I draw the line.
Sure.
So it's not good in Mew.
Just Pokemon you don't want to hit, or well,
no. So then you are good to. You're like Pokemon you don't necessarily want to, but you're gonna play recovery cards like items like Ordinary Rod.
Yeah.
So then you'll find the rod off of the stop, and even if you discard a Pokemon, you find the rod. So then it's like you keep the recovery card. So long as you play like, yeah, it's gonna be.
If 2 of the 3 types of cards you're trying to are good to discard, then it seems good. Like
then it's good.
If you want energy and obviously items, if you want energy and Pokemon are fine in the discard pile, it's fine because then you're only sad when supporters go in the discard pile.
Right.
But if it's literally just Pokemon or just energy, like it's you're gonna hit like a Pokemon and like 2 Pokemon support, it's gonna like potentially lose you the game. But yeah,
for sure,
that it makes sense though. If you have enough recovery, and you could even just play a Pal Pad in there if you're scared of discarding your bosses. Just because the Pal Pad goes to your hand too, so like I don't know, the Pokestop seems pretty crazy.
Pokestop's definitely crazy.
Pretty
it
cool.
Felt good in decks where you want to discard the basic energy. So like it felt.
I mean, it helped you.
It actually helped the Mewtwo deck.
It helped you a lot,
like considerably.
Getting your energy in the discard pile is like one of the most annoying things for these like Dynamotor, Psychic Recharge style decks to do, and having like another way to do it, and it being on a stadium card. Like for me personally in the Dialga deck, one thing I never really liked about the Turbo Dialga decks is how weak it is to path. So just having like 3-4 like really strong stadiums, because before you just played the 2 training court just as like a supplementary thing, but having lots of outs to path too is also another good thing. So yeah,
definitely. All right, well, good stuff, Jesse.
Yeah,
thank you guys for watching. hopefully, hopefully you guys like this kind of different style of tabletop content that we did today. Again, this was filmed in kind of like a blank canvas style.
Kind of a new style.
Yeah, blank canvas style stream so that we could chop it up and make it into some nice YouTube exclusive, video content maybe sometime next week. So that is the dream here.
And hopefully that sparked your interest on some Pokemon Go cards that I assume are going to be available to purchase singles.
Yes, at fullgripgames.com.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to have to get me some.
I heard word that we are getting our Pogo shipment in today.
Might have to do a little bit of an opening.
Yes. I think that I am supposed to be doing a Pokemon Go opening through the Pokemon Company tomorrow, I think. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. We're not doing Gym Leader Challenge today. Decided to just focus on Standard. I do have the Fire Gym Leader Challenge deck built, but I've got some editing and stuff that I want to get to. So we'll do Gym Leader Challenge soon, I promise. And I think that the set's supposed to come out on PTCGO on Friday.
2 days. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll go over all that stuff on Pokemon Trading Card Game Online.
I think
Friday.
You might be able to do the codes. I usually the Thursday before you can redeem codes, so you might even be able to do it tomorrow, I think. But yeah, Friday for sure.
If you're interested in deck lists, make sure to stay tuned for the deck list in the Tricky Gym Discord.
Oh yeah.
Discord.gg/TrickyGym. The lists will all be posted there momentarily. Thank you guys for watching the stream today, and make sure to check out fullgripgames.com for all the best Pokemon trading card games singles. Supporting the shop of Full Grip Games directly supports the content that I create here on Tricky Gym. We also buy bulk and singles. I know, we're doing ad, hashtag plug.
Well, I'd definitely be giving all my bulk to Full Grip.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, what are you doing with that bulk, dude? It's literally lying around your house. Like, I'm not kidding. So, yeah. All right, let's, we got any raiders in the chat? Anybody trying to raid somebody?
Who we got?
There are 38 people watching the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online.
Uh-oh.
Man.
There's Mori.
What's up with our game, bro?
There's Dariums.
Yeah, let's raid Mori.
What the heck? Why aren't people... Well, they're waiting. We have Pokemon Go. We'll revive it. Don't worry.
We can do better. All right, see you guys.
Bye.